Welcome to CineVerse!
Holy crap. That was a lot of energy coming from Malika. I heard it in the other room over there.
She almost broke her throat.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I heard the walls shake.
Happy
Valentine's
Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day to
Happy
you.
Single Awareness Day for
Happy
the rest of us.
Valentine's Day to
It's
you.
Valentine's Day for everybody.
Fuck that. I'm the Grinch.
Adam.
You know what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to Hooters to get some free food.
Get some free wings.
What time are they open till?
I'm
gonna do that.
I don't know, but we can lie, Hector. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a thing where
Half
do a
off
meet
tomorrow.
cute.
I think it's worth celebrating.
Half off tomorrow.
Oh,
Whoa, what's that? 5 whole months?
happy 5 months.
5 months. Happy
Thank you
5
so
months.
much.
Happy 5 months on Valentine's
I
Day.
think that's worth celebrating.
Adam, don't you know that you're
you're-
happier than everybody else? I mean,
If
do I
you're
need
happy and you know
do I need to
clap
send
your
you?
hands.
Do I need to send you that stupid article that's like people that are single are actually happier than people that are in relationships? Studies show. Do you need me to send you that?
I'm as happy as a ham.
He's happy. He's a happy guy.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I believe it. I believe it. He's a happy guy.
I had a
Singular
pretty
win.
good year. I can't
But I hope everybody's enjoying their Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's had a
Yeah.
good one. Go get some free wings if you haven't yet.
To the extent where I hope we have the least amount of viewers tonight ever.
Because they're all boning.
Because they're all boning.
Hey, you can do both.
In 9 months, we're
Yeah.
going to be sending a
Why
lot
don't
of
you
baby
watch the
gifts.
show
Guys,
and bone
if
at
you're
the same
watching,
time.
if you are watching
Listen,
our show
man.
right now and you're like, I should go like take care of my Valentine, you can do both.
Yeah.
You can CineVerse and chill.
Yeah.
If you want.
Like, hey,
Oh man,
you know what?
now the pressure's on us to like keep up the mood.
Do
Now
we,
the
should we
pressure's
make
on
this
us.
like an
All right.
extra sexy show?
Oh,
just in
yeah.
case?
We are having an extra sexy show,
Better keep up
actually.
something.
A sexy show?
Why don't you tell them, Adam? What,
Extra
what are we
sexy show?
doing in the spirit of the season?
Okay, so in honor of it being Valentine's Day and all you lovely lovers out there.
Hang on. Aspar
Yes?
Raver says, I've already boned and now I'm here. Great.
Love
it.
If you're happy and you're boning, keep watching.
Love it.
All right, so we're doing something fun in honor of it being Valentine's Day. First things first, if you guys tip in the amount of $25, you guys can throw at us your favorite romantic movie quotes.
Yes.
And we will try to figure out what movie those what movie it comes from.
I did a couple tweets today.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day tweets. The first one was Peter Parker and Mary Jane, a picture from comics, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day. My second one was a cool moment between Superman and Lois Lane when Lois was holding a baby, and they were like, I love you forever. And I wanted to, but I was busy throughout the rest of the day, tweet images from movies, TV show,
You could've
like
resubbed.
things that I think are just romantic as hell.
Yeah.
I have my list of like what I think are super romantic movies,
Yeah.
and nice moments. I mean, I think to me, Princess Bride is the most romantic.
Yeah.
Hang on, let
Movie
me
ever.
oh
Like-
damn it.
That's where I'm at.
Let me read
Whoa,
this really
whoa,
quick
whoa,
from
whoa.
L_Running. Love you guys. Keep up the good work and thanks for inspiring me to do YouTube, Twitch. Gracias mi familia.
El Ronin.
Hey, thank you
He's
very
a-
much.
He's a crossover fan from
Yeah.
Superhero News
love
coming
it.
over here.
Oh,
So
thank
he's a big
you
fan
so
of
much.
everything.
We don't have fans.
We have
We got
family.
family.
We got
family.
We got familia.
family.
And then if you guys tip or donate in the amount of $50, a host will be chosen, and we're gonna pitch our romantic comedy version of a movie.
That you choose.
So for give him an example. For example, if I tipped, what is it, 50?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Then I picked Adam Lavick.
Boom,
I'd
give
be
him 50
like,
bucks. 50
I'd be
bucks.
like,
Tip it.
Boom. I'd be like, Rush Hour.
Well,
And then you have to pitch.
Yeah, no, that's
Then you have to
that's
pitch
that
Rush
could be
Hour
a really
as
good
a
one,
romantic
actually.
comedy.
Okay, so all of my romantic comedy pitches are just going to be two people meet, they are adults, and they communicate
That sounds
like
great.
adults.
That sounds great.
They get along the end.
That's awesome.
That's it.
You got to use the high concept though, because
Yeah.
somebody's going to pitch to you
Everybody.
like some
Yeah.
clown horror movie, and then you have to
Yeah,
work that
exactly.
into the romantic.
Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy vs.
a
Jason
romantic
rom
comedy.
com.
Freddy vs. Jason would be a great rom com.
Also,
That would be fantastic.
I will ship everybody, anybody. I will ship
Anybody and everybody?
By the way, Adam,
Everybody.
Zarina's arm wants to be your Valentine. She asked.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's either that or I don't have one.
Way to give away your pitch, Erica.
That's what I was thinking.
You just ruined all your pitches.
I don't watch them. And then every $100. Oh, this is a good one. I like
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Every $100, we're gonna get a Best Picture winner, and we're gonna tell you guys whether or not it's deserving of that Best Picture win or
And
not.
Dustin is going to
Dustin is going to choose that.
choose
Yeah.
one of the Academy Award winners for Best Picture.
Probably
from
2000 and up, or
Yes.
Possibly he might throw us some curvy balls from
curvy
70s,
balls,
80s,
Some
90s,
curvy balls,
60s.
Not straight
I don't
ones,
know.
but some curvy
banana
ones.
shaped balls.
But like the best example is the year that Star Wars came out. That movie famously was nominated for Best Picture, but did not win.
Right.
So it'll be like,
Was it
okay,
Annie Hall that won in its place?
I'm not gonna say, but it's like if Dustin throws that to us, it's like, okay, did this movie deserve to win Best Picture? And then we have to like, say
Yes.
we believe yes or no.
I'm
That'll be fun
excited.
because a lot of Best Picture winners are always kind of controversial.
Yeah.
Well, especially because, like, I mean, there have been 5 choices up until like 2008 or 2009.
they
Now
blew
it's
it
up
up.
to 10.
They blew it up. Yeah,
You got 9. You know, like this year we have 9 choices.
Yeah.
There is a lot of potential in that category.
Whatever year. Wait, was it last year? Yeah. Whatever picture won Best Picture last year. I'm just gonna say Creed should have won everything.
should've
Last
won.
year. Creed just should have won everything
What
last
did
year.
win last year?
Last year it
I
was
haven't watched
It wasn't Creed, so that's all I care about.
Spotlight. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I saw Spotlight. Creed was better.
There you go. I like it.
This year and last year were some good movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do.
Begin.
So, first things first, I am so motherfucking excited about this.
Hang on. I was about to bone my girlfriend, but then she saw that CineVerse was on, and she said there was no way.
Good.
Wow, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, thank you again, Jay Walker. I forgot to.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
wait, did we acknowledge
do-
crash
Thank you for all the
banging?
bits.
Crash
Was that for
Crash
us?
banging?
banging.
Crash banging. Whoa.
Crash banging.
That
What
was
did you do
Gaming.
before you came
That was
here?
the rated
was
R
at
sequel
work.
to Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Crash banging.
Crash
Crash
bang.
banging coot.
Well, if that was for us,
For
thank you.
1,000 bits.
If not, that was for somebody else.
Was that a game? Oh, never mind. We can talk about Crash
Okay,
Bandicoot.
okay. Sorry,
Okay.
Adam. Let's talk about your article.
The first thing that we are going to talk about, Halloween is officially coming back. Tonight, he comes home. Nice. Good job, Dustin. I like that.
Dustin's killing it with these
Like,
graphics,
it's so
dude.
good.
Dustin.
He's not even listening. Oh, there he
So
goes.
good.
There he is.
Yay.
There he is. There he is.
Okay,
So
so obviously I'm a big Halloween fan. I did a marathon of this. So the first 2 movies Cameron and I did on Halloween.
They're good.
And a lot of you guys watched, and I introduced you to them.
First
you
2 are good.
already knew them, but you hadn't seen them.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
They're a really good time. The original one was directed and written by John Carpenter and produced by Deborah Hill, who was his wife. And they've made a bunch of these sequels. They've done, I think, 9 of them. And they've all been very, like, mostly not very successful, mostly not very good, except for a couple of them. Rob Zombies I did not like at all. And we got news that Blumhouse, Jason Blum from Blumhouse Pictures, was going to, in some way, reboot the franchise. We didn't know how. First, we found out that John Carpenter was going to come on board. We didn't know to what capacity. Then we found he's going to be an executive producer, helping to consult the project. And now, last week, I think it was on Wednesday or something, we got an announcement that Danny McBride, Pineapple Express, Eastbound and Down,
Yeah.
This Is the End.
I just found
Oh,
out
yeah.
that Pooch is good friends with Danny McBride.
Hello.
I was like,
Well,
what
yeah, because
the
Pooch
F?
is on Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I audition for Michael Myers, please?
Let's talk to Pooch.
Oh,
talk
man.
to
He's
Pooch. He can make it.
7'4". So you're close. You're close, Adam.
Maybe you could be like his little brother.
Yeah, his
and you
little
both
brother.
run around in masks.
Interesting.
So Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, the director of movies like Pineapple Express, movie called Joe, and he's done a few other things. Mostly working a lot of movies he's done. He's worked with Danny McBride.
Yeah.
he will be directing, and together they will be writing the movie.
Nice.
We got to point this
nice.
out. Jabberwocky says Carpenter is also talking about doing some music for it.
Yes,
Did you touch on
I,
that?
I will get to it.
Okay,
you calm
great.
your little,
But
calm your little
love
melons
the
down.
enthusiasm, Jabberwocky.
Yeah, see, so that's the other thing that really excites me. So John Carpenter, yes, he's still going to be an EP. He talked about on Facebook about it. He talked about how he's going to be more of a consultant role, and he joked around like maybe let him come back and do the music, which would be amazing. because John Carpenter hasn't done the score since the original. He did some stuff on the second one, I think, too.
Has he done anything lately that we could?
John
listen to?
Carpenter,
Yeah.
like music wise,
Music-wise,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's put out a few albums, and he's actually did like a little tour in I think he did
Yeah.
in California. He was playing here last year at the Orpheum Theater.
Wow.
But John Carpenter said regarding Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, he says David and Danny both came to my office recently with Jason Blum and shared their vision for the new movie. And wow, they get it. I think you're gonna dig it. They blew me away. I might even do the music. Maybe it could be kind of cool.
That's always
And then
encouraging.
in a
to
follow-up
hear.
interview, because a lot of people were having questions like, okay, is this going to be a reboot or a remake? Like, what exactly is this
Yeah,
movie going to be?
yeah.
So Danny McBride did an interview with Cinema Blend, And he says, it's not a remake. It's going to continue the story of Michael Myers in a really grounded way. And for our mythology, we're focusing mainly in the first 2 movies and what that sets up, and then where the story can go from there. So I like that a lot. I don't need another remake of the origin story of Michael Myers. I didn't particularly like Rob Zombie's take on it. I don't think you need to know where that character comes from. You're just kind of introduced to him, that he's a force of nature, this unstoppable, basically shape is what he's referred to.
Demon,
That's
whatever you want to call him.
In the first 2 movies, he's called the Shape.
Okay.
So that excites me, and a lot of people were like, why would you get a comedian and the guy who directed Pineapple Express to make this movie? And honestly, for me, I prefer having this creative team, because to me, it seems a lot more creative than having the 5th director of the 5th Saw or like the 7th Saw movie.
I know.
Because then it kind of feels like they're just trying to put a movie out. Whereas with this, it's like Michael B. Jordan.
Because
he pitched Creed to Sylvester Stallone and had a really good pitch and then made a good movie.
And it's
Does it mean that the movie's going to be good? No, but I'm interested to see what these two
because they haven't typically done horror stuff. Correct, Danny McBride.
No.
So the horror genre is a beloved genre to the fans of horror. But there is an element of there's a level of sameness, and it can get stale easily.
Totally.
So it's cool to bring in, I think, outside talent.
Honestly, I think the reason that a lot of comedians do well in drama is because of their timing, and I feel like timing and pacing and atmosphere are very important. Both comedy,
especially to Halloween,
and horror.
Good point.
That and what are comedians? Comedians observe. They take in everything and then they boil it down to what is funny about what they're observing. They can easily take those talents and bring it down. Okay, what do we need to boil this movie down to make it effective and work with that? Like, that is why I love comedy, because comedians look at things like, that's why I like hanging out with you, Hector, because you see things in a different perspective than I do.
You know what scares him most?
It's true.
Yeah. So it's a whole different perspective. And it's
well, plus
there's a snake clown.
Well, I got a question for you guys though. Because when you're describing how the movie, this new film, is going to take the story, like keep it going from the first 2 films, it immediately reminded me of Superman Returns.
Right.
Superman Returns came out in 2006, made by somebody who loved the first 2 Superman films from 1978 and 1981.
Yeah.
And it was like,
good job,
it
Hector.
didn't hit. Thank you.
That's why he's the champ.
It didn't hit with audiences, even though those 2 first Superman movies are as iconic as I think the first 2 Halloween. Sure. Compared to the rest of the franchise of Super. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Superman, you think of those. And when you think of Halloween, you think of those first 2 movies.
Right.
So question to you guys, do you think that those movies should just stay of their time and should stay there, and we shouldn't try to continue the story per se? Or do you think that we should, and that we shouldn't try to do? I know you said you didn't want a remake. You don't want necessarily backstory, but I'm like, maybe something that's brand new from step 1, not like counting the first 2 films. You know what I'm saying?
We were talking about this, I think recently, maybe even about this or about Jason, but we were saying that we were hoping for the next big franchise. We don't have a new big bad to add to the pantheon yet.
To like the slasher.
I think the last one we all decided might have been Jigsaw.
The puppet.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
I mean,
terrible.
And that was the last big bad that we had.
Normally, for your question, Hector, I would have said that, give me everything new. Oh, here we go. First $25 of the night. Put a pin in that thought.
What I really want to do with my life, what I want to do for a living, is I want to be with your daughter. I'm good at it.
Oh, what the? What? That was shocking at the end.
Thanks, Arizlan.
I don't know what that's from.
Is it? I don't
That
say
sounds
anything,
romantic.
or because it sounds like an
gave an
awkward
audible
guy.
gasp at the end
that sounds
there.
Kusaki.
It's she's just always trying to hug everybody. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like to be hugged. But she doesn't realize that. She takes it personally, and it hurts her feelings. I don't know what to do about that. Do you?
Well, they did say everything good.
Oh yeah, yes. Say anything. I saw it
What is
once in
that?
high school.
I don't know what to do about that. Nobody. She doesn't want to.
That was the first one? Say anything?
Yeah, say anything. Yes, I was right. I knew it was Kusaki, but that's
Trying to look
I
at
don't
the
know
chat.
that second one. I don't watch a lot of romantic movies though, so
That's the
That's
challenge
what's
here.
making this one tough. Someone asked what's on my shirt. I have donuts on my shirt.
They're very cute.
Delicious.
Very cute. She doesn't like to be hugged. Who is that?
No, it's that she doesn't realize.
Or
she takes it personally.
She likes hugging. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna say The Notebook.
I'm
no. I'm sure it's not it.
You're just gonna say The Notebook
Not
for
The
everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I literally do not know. My
The
best friend's
Robot
wedding.
Lady was great.
Is it? I'm thinking about like it sounds like the person talking is describing a manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is it
Yeah.
Garden State? Is it like Natalie Portman's character in Garden State loves to hug everybody, and Zach Braff is like,
I've never.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Garden State. Maybe I'm wrong. I am wrong. Do you know what it is, Dustin?
Oh, I've
Lars
seen
and the
it.
Real Girl.
Oh, that movie was great.
Sad.
But I only
Yeah.
saw it once.
That movie was like perfect scenario of with the type of guy that orders a doll wife. Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh really? He's gonna look like Ryan Gosling? That's the guy
Yeah.
that you make a movie about?
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna look like Ryan Gosling.
Any movie that Ryan Gosling is in, it's like I don't know if I believe that
Yeah,
that
'cause he's
charismatic,
just-
good-looking man
Can you
is in
imagine
the
being
situation
that good
he's
looking
in.
that when everybody looks at you,
Yes.
you're like, no,
That's why
you're too good looking
one
for
of
that.
my favorite rom-coms is Crazy Stupid Love, in which he plays a douchebag who sleeps with a bunch of women and basically lies until he meets Emma Stone. And they have honest-to-God chemistry in it. And even in the movie, in the trailer, he takes his shirt off, and she's like, "It's like you're photoshopped." And I was
I've
like,
heard- yeah.
I'm her in this. I'm the girl character,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
agree. This guy's a fucking phony. And then the movie like unravels his layers, and you're like, "Oh, this is great." So that's the only movie where the movie
Okay,
requires him to look
alright,
like Ryan
okay,
Gosling,
alright.
and it's actually really
I
good.
personally-
Jessica's like,
I don't-
nah, dude, you're too good looking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Any movie, you're right. Any movie
Yeah.
with Ryan Gosling, get out of here.
So get out of here, guy. You're too good looking for that. But anyways, back to the point that I was saying.
Yeah.
Back to your question, Hector.
Unpin it,
of-
please.
Of should they move on or maybe
Right.
take from the past?
Right.
I normally would have said take it from here and move on. But then Stranger Things came along. And the way
hear ya.
that they blended in all those beautiful elements of the past and paying homage to it and everything, you could tell that they had learned from the past to make something beautiful that we
but
saw.
that was a completely fresh
True. That was
premise,
kind of both.
and-
No,
That
yeah, I
was-
agree. I agree.
That was
It
kind of
was-
having your cake and eating
and
it
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
right,
saying.
right.
It's like they can do both. I used to believe that maybe it couldn't be done. Maybe just because it was a product of its time, like Bill and Ted, product of its time. Like Freddy Krueger was kind of a product of its time. But if people really go and dissect, maybe go and dissect those Hollywood movies or those Halloween movies, and then try to just boil it down to
Yeah.
their essentialness, and then figure out what you can do from there.
Well, and I think the biggest difference between Halloween and Superman Returns is the simplicity of Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fact that like that movie it's like it couldn't be in any simpler of a movie. Like Superman
Yeah.
is very complicated
Yeah.
because of all the elements of who the character is and where he comes from, and
Lot
there's a
of moving parts.
believability that you have to kind of
Yeah.
you have to buy into. And he is a particular type of a character with a particular type of personality and a set of rules.
Yeah.
Whereas with Michael Myers, there really are none.
No,
there really
he's
are
just a
none.
murdering
That's
son of a
what's
bitch.
Scariest,
He
yeah,
is an
yeah.
unstoppable
Murdering force.
You know, Dr. Loomis said it best. He's like this. He has the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Like he's just a force. You cannot stop him. In terms of it, where it picks up, I think also because of how many sequels have been made and the reception of those movies, I think the only way to potentially course correct that franchise,
Right.
maybe the horror genre,
Is to go to the beginning.
is to go kind of to the origins. So first and foremost, the audience can feel better about going to see it.
Yeah.
If you went into it and it was like, oh, we're gonna have the fifth director of the Saw movie do this, and it's gonna be this, and it's gonna be another reboot, and we're gonna tell the story of Michael Myers all over again. I'm like, fuck off. I don't want to know.
Don't want to see all that.
Real quick shout out to Toad50555 who says first live CineVerse since concession stand. Forgot how much I missed these guys talking about movies.
snap.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
joining
That
us.
means
to
a
the
lot.
show.
Claire 58, Little Rascals is definitely a romantic movie.
It
It's
totally is.
Oh my
I
god,
remember as
I
a-
was obsessed with
I remember
that
as a
movie.
kid
Alfalfa,
being like, is that what it's
Darla.
like to be in a relationship?
I know. Alfalfa was such a smooth one.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Zenblade
And you
is
got that
asking,
little head boner.
Zenblade is asking, are they retconning everything after part 2? That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that it depends on really like how loose it's tied to 2. Whether or not they're just using those stories kind of like as a myth of like who Michael Myers was and what he was.
Yeah.
We also don't know exactly when it's going to take place. Is it going to be in modern time? Is it going to be a movie that takes place in the 80s? Is it going to take place in the 90s? We have no idea. Which that could also be a really interesting twist
Period
to do
piece,
that.
maybe.
Yeah.
And then another thing that Danny McBride said, because a lot of people, obviously the reaction was we're having comedy guys do a horror.
Oh. Put a pin in that.
I hate the way you talk to me and the way you cut your hair. I hate the way you drive my car. I hate it when you stare. I hate your big dumb combat boots and the way you read my mind. I hate you so much it makes me sick. It even makes me rhyme.
I know this.
What is that?
10 things I hate about you. I don't know.
That's a good guess.
I don't
no,
think
it's
so.
not. It's not.
I don't think so.
Oh man.
Because that's one of the few rom-coms I've seen, and I don't remember that
one's
being in
that
there.
one's just great. Any rom-com based on a Shakespeare play is
Ginger,
just
what is it?
great.
Ginger, what is it, Ginger?
Makes me sick. Oh my god. I have a feeling I'm gonna know this.
Is it? Oh man, it is. Apparently, it's
Oh,
good. It's-
really
yeah,
quickly,
it's
a
good.
new
Nice.
user says,
Nice.
oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes!
snap. Nice.
I was right!
Wait, what was
Awesome.
things I
10
hate
things I hate
about
about you.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Real quick, new user says, Tower is over now, I can watch. Really quick shout out.
Oh, that's right. We gotta
Josephine,
talk about that.
Josephine's documentary
100%.
Tower
100%,
is
baby.
on PBS right
Wow.
now. I'm not sure if we
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Justin, did I tell you like when?
Apparently, it just ended.
But
yeah.
Boom.
I know you play mysterious and aloof just to avoid getting hurt. And I know you have reasons for not wanting to talk about your
That's a good
past. I want you to know that I don't care about any of that stuff. Because I'm in lesbians with you.
Lazy.
I'm in lesbians.
I'm in lesbians
with you.
Oh, this is on the
that's
tip of
great.
my
I know this
tongue.
one. I know this one.
What is it?
What is
I'm
it?
in lesbians with you. I know that
I'll
line.
give you
Where
a
do I
clue.
know
I'll
that
give you a
line
clue.
from?
I'll give you a
Chasing
clue.
Amy, or-
No,
I don't know.
close. I'll give you a clue. Did you say the L word yet? What, lesbians?
I know that line.
Bread makes you fat?
Wait, what'd you say?
Bread makes you fat?
Oh, I haven't seen
Oh,
Scott
God.
Is
Pilgrim.
it Mean Girls? Is it
I
Mean
still haven't
Girls?
seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen Scott Pilgrim?
No.
Oh, man.
I
It
tried-
is.
I read the manga.
Oh,
It is
Scott
a treat.
Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Ah,
It is
dang.
it is my favorite movie with my least favorite two lead characters in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate,
That's how much I love that
that's
movie.
the thing is
Those
that
two
like,
characters are-
Yeah.
in the
They're bad
comics,
people
they're
when you
just-
think
I
about
didn't
it.
really like the main characters.
Yeah, but the
but it
movie
was so
is
colorful and
a
interesting.
goddamn treat. That movie.
Okay, all
It
right,
is. It's
all right.
fantastic.
This is how good that movie is. That movie came out and bombed, and Guillermo del Toro took to Twitter. He's like, "See, this is why Hollywood doesn't make good original films, because when they make them, you
Yeah.
don't go out and see them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's how good that movie is."
That movie's fucking awesome. Dang!
Hey,
Crash
thanks, Crash
banging!
Gaming.
Crash banging!
Happy Valentine's Day. A less than 3. This is my ritual Valentine's Day movie to watch. Emily, I'm flat broke. I don't have a job. I don't have a plan. Andy, I know I'm probably 6 years too late, but will you give me strike one back?
Back? I don't know that one at all.
Emily didn't bomb it. Sex bombed. Nicely done.
Great.
Emily, I'm flat broke. I don't have a job. I don't have a plan.
I know. I'm probably
Man,
6
I
years
can't
too
think
late.
of it.
I don't know
Will
that
you give me
one.
strike
It's
one back?
probably a.
Why do I feel like
Classic
Ryan Gosling
rom-com.
said something? Said that. I don't know why.
We just have
got
Ryan Gosling
his
on the,
abs stuck
on the
in your head.
brain right now.
It's probably a classic rom com, which I haven't seen too many of the classics myself.
Yeah.
Sounds like something from the 80s.
Oh, no.
Sounds like Tom Hanks said that. Is it The Burbs? Is it?
I don't
Is
know
it?
this one.
What's the
Emily.
one?
What's the
the
movie with Tom Hanks
Not The Burbs. What's the one where he the fixer upper? Him in the fixer upper house. What's it called?
I don't.
Damn it!
I don't know this one.
Damn it!
I don't know this one.
Good
guys.
Good Will Hunting, a romantic movie? Absolutely, it is. I feel like most movies, if it's a 4-quadrant movie, it's a romantic movie, guys. It's
what's
not
a
that hard.
4-quadrant movie?
Something that's just trying to get to more than one type of audience.
Right,
You
sure,
know what I mean?
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
that's true.
Like
that's true.
Good Will Hunting, absolutely. Good Will Hunting has some of the most romantic shit I've
Money
ever heard of.
Ooh,
Pit?
Money
What's
Pit. I
Money
love
Pit?
Money
Yeah,
Pit.
that's what I was thinking of. Money
Money
Pit.
Pit's a
That's
good
what I was
one.
thinking of.
Oh.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You
Yeah,
let us
Money
know.
Pit's a great
The
movie.
answer is a lot like love.
love?
Okay, nice.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Is that
A lot
I
like
don't know
love.
that one
I
at
don't know that
all.
one.
I've seen it.
Damn.
I Love You, Man is the best
Do we,
rom-com. It's a
when,
great
when
one.
is Tower on? Do we know?
Cool.
10
Oh,
p.m. Pacific. All right, check your local listings, but yeah,
Yeah, there you
at
go. Go to iTunes.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
currently
I
has
got to see
100%.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I went and saw it. It's powerful stuff and
Yeah.
really beautifully done. Very, very impressive, and Josephine's so great in it. So I would highly recommend y'all go see that.
I can't wait to see it.
I
can't
need
wait
I need
see
to
it.
watch that. Hold on, really quick. Happy early birthday to Adam's Valentine, Zarina Zarn.
Happy early
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday. Early
Happy-
birthday?
Early birthday is
Happy
tomorrow.
early birthday.
Happy
It's
early
like
birthday.
in a month? Is that?
No, it's tomorrow.
So I think we skipped mine. Did we? Did
We're
we
going in
skip
order.
mine?
Yeah, we'll go in order. You
Okay.
can- Oh, we already have the best
Already?
picture?
Oh.
Holy crap. Oh, crap.
Do you have to pick a person?
All right.
He's rolling.
Oh.
He's rolling.
You're rolling
he's,
it.
Who's picking?
dice?
he's rolling dice. Yo, this is, good. This is Vegas, baby.
What do, Okay.
Okay, I'm one.
Oh God. Oh God.
This is awesome. I hope it's
I hope
Avatar.
I hope I've seen it.
Avatar didn't win Best Picture, did it?
It did not.
Argo
I have to
focus.
defend it.
For
I have
who?
to defend it.
Or you can no.
Was it worthy or not?
What was
Was
what
it
was
worthy
the other
or
what were the
not?
other movies that year?
You
God, what year
gotta
was
go
it?
just strictly based on.
Yeah.
You got to go
opinion.
strictly based on that movie.
Argo.
Don't. Okay, sure. Argo deserved to win Best Picture because it's about how movies can shape the course of the future. It shows you that Hollywood is the most important thing. That even like a bunch of people that are trying to make a film can save the lives of people, just like real heroes. Because we get a
Hollywood's
little
the most important
insecure.
thing ever.
We get a little insecure about what we do over here in Los Angeles, but that doesn't matter because when you have a good-looking guy like Ben Affleck and he's like an espionage guy with a real job has to pretend to be a producer and God knows what that is and what producers actually do, but if you pretend to be one you can save a life. Argo is so damn important, everybody.
You didn't believe a word of that. You didn't believe a single word.
That was good off the cuff.
Yeah, very nice.
That was good
Very
off
nice.
the cuff.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is why it won, not why it deserves to win. Sorry, guys. It was a very well-crafted movie. It really was.
Affleck's a good director.
I think Affleck probably deserved to win the best directing for that year because you know what happens. It's a historical event, but you're very much on the edge of your seat the entire time. And they took just the right amount of dramatic liberties to make it seem very like a very tense and taut situation, despite the fact that in real life it was probably a lot less cloak and dagger. So I think at the very least it deserves to win. For director.
Here we go.
But
Nice. Thank you, guys.
it's a little
From
self-congratulatory.
my favorite romantic comedy. If you really wanted to mess me up, you should have gotten to me earlier.
I like that.
Quote.
That's really cute.
Do you know
Thanks.
what it is?
No,
Wabbit.
I don't know what it is. But if you really wanted to
Hurry
mess
up
me
before the next one pops
White
up.
Wabbit could be trolling.
This was from an obscure movie, so it's okay if you don't get it. Afraid I was gonna leave without giving you a goodbye kiss. I'd just as soon kiss a Wookiee. I can arrange that. You could use a good kiss.
I don't know that, but that's
What's a
fantastic.
Wookiee?
That's really great. That's super
okay,
good.
so
Thank you for
White-
that, Angel Mitsu.
That would be
White Rabbit?
The
I have
Empire
no
Strikes
idea.
Back.
I super,
Just in case anyone forgot.
I super love the love story on that, and I think that both of those actors did such a good job to bring a gravity to their characters when you believed it.
Wait, in what
You're talking
movie?
about Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher?
Oh.
They're real cute.
And you know why I believe it?
Why?
Because
they
it's
hooked up?
yeah,
They were
totally
probably
banging.
boning. They were totally boning.
Boning hard, cold.
So White Rabbit says high fidelity.
High fidelity. I don't know.
Oh.
I've only seen that
What
once.
is that?
That's a good one.
You look pretty. What was that? I said you look shitty. Good night, Denise.
Good night, Denise. Lucas, what
is
movie
that?
is that? You
Oh.
look shitty. Good night, Denise. I said you look shitty. Good night, Denise.
Is that Hot Rod or okay?
Nah,
That's so funny.
That was Dumb and Dumber, right?
Rod.
So funny.
That's Dumb and
A
Dumber.
very romantic movie.
That's a rom-com.
Bro, okay.
Another one?
Domarigato. Uh-oh. This better be a real piece of shit.
And the winner is
Chicago.
That was the year that Lord of the Rings came out.
2002.
2002?
Uh,
So 2003
no, 2001?
awards?
2001. Oh God, which one was it?
No,
Fellowship or
no. Chicago
I'll
was
Google.
2002.
Towers?
It had to been Two
It was
Towers.
the year Spider-Man
Two Towers,
came out.
okay.
And wasn't nominated for Best
Oh
Picture.
boy. Well, here's the thing, kids.
2002.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with musicals.
Is it yes or no?
Hold on. Let me get there, pumpkin.
Okay.
Here's the thing with musicals. I think most musicals can be pretty good. I think La La Land was an example of that. Right? Thank you very much. But when you have a movie that's as big and epic and huge and fucking massive, like The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, beautiful cinematography, amazing acting, beautiful direction, costume design. I mean, that movie is the whole package, and it's not even real.
You're preaching to the choir, buddy.
Chicago, great.
Yeah.
But it's reality. It's kind of, just a little slice of our everyday world. Whereas Lord of the Rings, you are transported into a whole nother world, a whole nother universe with characters and beings and evil and magics and things that like you could never even comprehend could exist. And to me, that is the biggest win of that year. Chicago, they'll be playing more of you.
All right. Well done. Well done. Cool.
Come on, guys. That was good. It's Lord of the Rings. Come on. It's Lord of the Rings.
Cool.
Next week, I'll watch Chicago.
Chicago was really good.
Chicago was
Yeah.
good.
Chicago?
Nope.
Chicago was pretty good.
You might come in next week and be like, guys, I was wrong.
I take it back.
Chicago's amazing.
Chicago's the shit.
I don't think it's as timeless as Two Towers now.
No, it's not.
That's the thing.
Honestly.
No.
It was great. It was great.
I like the penny. I'm keeping the penny.
I had worked for this old man, and once he told me that he had spent his whole life thinking about his career and his work, and he was 52, and it suddenly struck him that he had never really given anything of himself. His life was for no one and nothing.
Oof.
I love that quote.
That's one of my greatest fears in life.
It's deep.
You're not gonna have
Getting to
that fear,
50 and being like,
bro.
oh
You're
my
not gonna have
god.
that. You already
deep,
the
bro.
life you've lived and all the places you've gone already. I'm serious. You're not gonna have that problem.
That feels good.
I know. I feel like I know people who will have that problem. Now you're not.
I don't know that one.
That's a great one.
I've
Yeah.
never. That's a great
His life was
quote,
for
but
no
I
one
don't
and
know what that is. I don't think I've seen that movie, whatever it's from.
Before Sunrise. Excellent.
Uber Volley's all over that. He's like,
Never seen
I haven't
that.
seen any of
Damn
the
it,
Sunrise trilogy yet.
I haven't seen the
Sorry,
Sunrise
Everbaldi.
trilogy either.
That's so funny. Don't spoil my quote. Before Sunrise.
who's
Damn
it's
it.
Pandar and
That's
Uber
the
Baldi.
Richard-
You're gonna
that's
get in a
the-
fist fight
it's
right
Linklater,
now.
right? Richard Linklater's trilogy with Ethan Hawke.
I haven't seen any of it yet. I'm excited.
Right.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
It's before sunset, after sunset, before midnight, after midnight. I forget exactly.
It's
what all three of them
before.
are.
I don't know.
Before sunset. Before sunrise? I don't know. I can't.
All right,
I don't know. I don't know that
Before I
movie
never
at all.
get through my story, let me.
Yeah, I know. We're still on the
I think-
first
well,
story.
We got to move on to mine.
Yeah. This is gonna be a 3-hour show.
So Danny McBride, the final quote that he gave when people were asking, like, you guys are comedy guys, fuck off. He says, Green are definitely going to do a straight up horror. Halloween has always been one of my favorite movies of all time. There's a simplicity and an efficiency to the first one that I think allows the movies just to be scary as hell. And so Green and our approach is to get back to that. That's what excites me is getting back to the core of what that is.
Exactly.
And making
That's what I'm saying.
an entertaining movie.
Comedians can do that. There's a
Yeah,
lot
Get
of talent
Out.
in comedians. Yeah.
Can't wait.
And what was the other one that came out? That's coming out.
Oh, the horror.
Yeah.
I I can't wait for Get Out.
Get
though.
Out,
I
and
know.
Yeah,
then there's
Get
another
Out.
one. I can't
Get
remember.
Out
off
was
the
I mean,
top of my
Adam
head.
McKay makes some great
Really
movies. So
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about what the $50 one is. And
Oh,
pick a
$50.
host and let them pitch your film choice into a romantic comedy.
So you pick a movie, any movie, and we'll pitch the romantic
Like
comedy version
The
of
Lord
it.
of the Rings: Two Towers.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, I have
Back to the Future.
You have
Back to the
no
Future.
idea.
Yeah.
and we'll pitch them as
Oh,
or
Two
the
Towers.
or the Incredible
Oh,
Hulk.
you have no idea.
Those are already all romantic comedies to me.
I mean, they could be.
I have. Man.
All right, Erica, what's your story tonight?
Okay.
Is that what's next?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so for my story, I would like everybody to watch this video
Oh,
on
here
January
we go.
23rd.
You don't have to ask
They
me again.
started filming Avengers Infinity War. They did a little behind the scenes little behind the scenes video to get us all hyped up. There's a lot to pick over here, so let's take a look.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Before creation itself, there were 6 singularities.
To give you guys a heads up, I think before this video came out,
Infinities.
I think Robert Downey Jr. did a live Facebook Q&A.
did.
He did.
That
yeah.
revealed that Tom
Ah!
Holland.
Yep.
What, should I not?
Nah.
No.
All right, keep going.
Yeah.
Don't.
But you're right.
This is our first day. Here we are in Pinewood in Atlanta, and it's actually pretty unbelievable.
Day one of what promises to be a year of fun-filled lensing.
I remember actually going to see the first Avengers with one of my best mates from home, and I'd never have dreamed that I'd ever be in one of these movies, let alone playing Spider-Man. I feel like I'm on top of the world because this is just mind-blowing.
He's wearing the motion trackers on his hands.
Yep. Iron Spider.
Music
What we
already
always
right
try
here.
to do at Marvel Studios is we're building the cinematic universe.
I'm already crying.
Is
Like,
look at
it's
the
already-
big picture. How can things relate across movies and across years? Avengers Infinity War is the culmination of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe as started in May of 2008 with the release of Iron Man 1. And it really is an unprecedented culmination of a series of films interlinked together,
These are great
which
shots
at the
too,
time
man.
had never been done before. And for us, the important thing is making it all come together. We know they're going to face Thanos. We've been setting that up since Avengers 1. How do you do that in a way that is unexpected, that pits the Avengers against somebody who is more powerful than anyone they've faced, and yet make them completely unprepared to face him? Well, tear them apart, which is why we did Civil War before Infinity War.
As we were conceiving and executing Civil War, the end of that movie was very much a setup for what these movies would be. We always had the sense of that.
It's a great shot.
Tony is not talking to Steve. The Avengers are basically a name with nobody in it. The world is vulnerable.
Tony senses this greater threat approaching, and so he is doing everything in his power to keep the Earth safe.
Thanos shows us why he's the biggest, the best, the baddest villain that we've ever had, and the most frightening villain that the Avengers have
Exactly
ever
like
faced.
him when he's
The most exciting part is the incredible roster of well-developed characters, and it's going to create a really combustible, exciting, massive-scale adventure.
You know that we're onto something within the studio when we hit upon an idea or we see a piece of concept art and all of us in the room go, this is cool. And in Avengers Infinity War, the Avengers will meet the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because of what Marvel
did it.
is,
We fucking did
because
it, everybody.
of what they have done over the last 10 years, these next two Avengers films will be an event like no one has ever seen on film before.
Them big words right there.
Promote a goddamn. Oh my god. They're just showing us stuff we've seen.
Yeah.
But it's like shit.
But seeing it come together like this,
There's so
Now,
much to take
what's
from
remarkable is that this film has been almost a decade now in the building.
Yeah.
They have done such an incredible job making us care so deeply for this universe and for these characters, of ramping it up, explaining everything, and I mean, it's all going to pay off in such a huge way with Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
There was a lot to discuss in that video there. First of all, Guardians of
happy
the
1 year.
Galaxy.
Happy 1 year.
Happy 1
Guardians
year.
of the Galaxy, which
Guardians
is
of the
something that
Galaxy.
has been hinted at and now finally kind of confirmed,
Yeah.
right? It's something that for years people were asking Marvel, like, that's what you're going to do, right? And they were like, we'll see.
And it just makes complete sense.
Yeah.
How do we think that
Complete
they're
sense.
going to be pulled into the story?
Well, what's cool is people are already saying, hang on.
Oh, another 25.
Thanks, girl.
If it takes
Nebula.
fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll
Dustin
leave you
already
to
knows
it.
it.
1 week later, I'm writing a letter
Hamilton.
nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister because she wants to join a harem. I'm just saying, if you really love me, you'd share them. Anyway, Hamilton is great.
Anyway,
Somebody was saying that
no big deal.
Eliza and Hamilton are their OTP. They sure did have a rocky relationship, considering his was the very first political sex scandal in this country's history. But they're still great. They
They're
were a
still
power
together
couple.
today. It's amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Amazing.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Moon is described by Hector.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Oh my god.
That's a good one.
What's a classic
Thank you.
rom-com song that's like in the trailer for like a romantic comedy?
But at the jitterbug.
I don't know.
Yep, keep doing that.
Jitterbug.
When one lonely moon space operator meets the love of his life, he's going to have to confront whether the only person for him is him, Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell and the voice of Kevin Spacey coming this summer in Moon. Is he going crazy or is it meant to be? Coming this summer, Moon. Perfect. Thank you. That's it. That's my rom-com.
Yeah.
And if y'all haven't seen Moon, oh my God, go see Moon.
Moon
It's
is
so good.
fantastic.
It's so good.
I've been needing
So
to.
good. Yeah. What was your question, Erica?
How do we think that the Guardians are gonna be pulled into this?
Right.
Because of the fact that they had Chris Pratt right at the front, and Spider-Man and Iron Man, it makes me think that the Guardians are going to show up right in the beginning, and they're going to be larger parts of this. They're going to be half of the characters of the story, instead of like showing up at the end in a cameo. You know what I mean? That's what I think people online have already glommed onto. They're like, oh, so they're not just going to be a show up at the end, tease for Avengers 4. Like they're going to be in the fucking movie.
They're not a MacGuffin. They are not a MacGuffin in this, and it just completely makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything we've had from Guardians of the Galaxy has been galaxy like big events. They've been really, really big universal events, and they tie in everything that we presume is going to happen in Infinity War, but it doesn't seem like they're following the comic books like directly. So I don't know if we're going to see the mass slaughter of
One of the things James Gunn has said too, he's like, the Guardians of the Galaxy are very much in their own self-contained universe. And I think what he's trying to get at to people is to like don't think and don't rely on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 to be the entry point for how these characters get there. Maybe by the end of the movie they'll kind of be heading towards that direction.
Yeah.
But I think he probably just doesn't want people to think that like just because that these characters are going to be in Infinity War doesn't mean that this is going to happen. Plus, we got to remember that they're shooting Avengers 3 and 4 either simultaneously or back to back. So
this year,
they may be shooting it's all year. So they may be shooting a lot of the stuff now because of the actors' schedules.
Yeah, exactly.
Like actors like Benedict Cumberbatch, like they're not actually available till like the later part of the year. But Doctor Strange could be in the
Doctor Strange
first
is
movie.
not going to be in the first movie. I thought they said.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
we don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not saying that the Guardians of the Galaxy won't be in Infinity War. And I'm sure it's very likely that they will show up. I wouldn't be surprised if it was later on in the movie, but then they obviously will stick around for the fourth movie as well, because there's so much material to shoot.
The most that we've seen of Thanos was in Guardians of the Galaxy. His, daughters. I mean, Gamora is part of the Guardians, and Nova Corps has one of the gems. So we knew that they were going to show up, and it was so obvious. But showing up in such a big way, it's really interesting. It's going to really be interesting seeing that. All right, next question: Hammer. Thor has a new hammer in that. Thank you very much for that.
Boom.
Thor has a new hammer.
Maybe he's not worthy. Maybe it's female Thor. Maybe that's how they brought back Natalie Portman. They're like, "Do you want to be Thor then?"
It looks like an axe.
So yeah, do you want to be
one
Thor?
time that they actually did something good with the girlfriends.
It looks like a spear or something.
Yeah.
Is he gonna lose Mjolnir in Ragnarok? Is this a Ragnarok development?
Possibly.
Well, it is. Ragnarok is the destruction of Thor's world, so the hammer could easily go.
You know what would be so dope? I don't know how this would make sense, but if in Thor Ragnarok we meet Beta Ray Bill, and he becomes worthy, and Odin gives it, like he picks up Mjolnir and becomes worthy. But then, like by the end of that story, Thor still gets his hammer back, and Odin just makes him Stormbreaker, like his own hammer. I don't know. I
There's
just want
also
to
the possibility that it is his battle axe, because
It's
we can't
possible,
really
yeah.
see
You
it
can't see
too
the end of
well.
it. It looks like it's bladed, though. If you look at the front, it looks like that's the edge of a blade. So it might be some kind of a battle axe.
Spear or something.
He's
Basically,
probably
it's
just
not-
another weapon that he's using.
Well, plus
because Mjolnir is destroyed.
If Thor Ragnarok is about the end of all things, and we're going to go from
Thor's in this movie.
Right, we're slowly going to go from obviously from Guardians to Spider-Man to Thor, then to I think we're getting Black Panther before Infinity War, the first Infinity War. So I mean, are we slowly going to move from? Are we going to follow Thanos at any point at Guardians, where he's kind of slowly making his way towards Earth? Does he end up in Thor Ragnarok as a cameo? Does he have anything to do with that storyline?
Questions.
And then he comes to Earth. You know, I mean, we still have the story of Black Panther right before Infinity War. Whereas how's that going to tie in?
Right.
There's a lot of loose ends to really figure out.
It's all kind of complicated. I mean, I know they have it all.
It'll make sense
out.
once we see it all. Yeah.
I just see the movies beforehand.
And then also, like, we don't really have the connecting threads to all this yet. So everything's very split apart for us right now.
I think
so it's going to be really interesting to see what they do.
And I think Thor Ragnarok's going to be really interesting.
Cyber Prax 12 also brings up it does look similar to his to Ultimate Thor's hammer.
Which
just looks different.
blade half.
Yeah, it just has a blade half. Also, I got to point this out too. I think that this movie is going to promote that it's the Guardians meeting the Avengers, because that's a promotion-worthy event in itself. However, I think they're also going to use that to be like, hey, don't ask us to put the Defenders in this movie, because I don't think the Defenders, the Netflix characters, are going to show up at all. And I think that Marvel, instead of saying Infinity War is the culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is what they've been saying, and it's kind of technically true, but you can point out and go, no, it's not, because where are the characters from the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Where are the Netflix characters? Where's going to be Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways if these TV shows are coming out before this movie comes out? So they can't really say it's the culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're now saying, this is the Guardians meeting the Avengers. This is insane. Please don't ask us to also schedule in the TV actors because we don't know where they will be a couple of years from now.
We need another. I think we hit the $100 mark again.
Oh,
all right,
dang.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Ooh, Birdman. Hold on. What came out that year? Did Creed come out that year?
No, you know what
came
came
out
that year?
Okay.
I think it was
Creed was last year.
I think it was
this
Selma,
was 2 years ago.
American Sniper,
Selma was 2 years ago?
Boyhood.
Yeah.
In the same year as Birdman.
Yeah. You are correct.
Imitation Game. That was like the last one that I actually went through all the Best Picture noms. And I can't think of any other ones.
We'll go, but anyway, go.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Collecting
Mad
my
Max.
thoughts.
Was
Did Mad Max come out that year?
Yeah, it did, I think.
I think so.
Or was the year before?
I think
No.
Mad Max came out in 2015.
Oh,
So it would
okay.
have been in the Oscars 2016 with.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Just go. You gotta go.
Wait, I'm trying to decide whether
Hey, I
it
didn't
feels...
get one. Hector didn't get one.
There's no Mad Max? Okay. I think that year that movie deserves it.
Okay.
That year that movie does deserve it. It was a great movie. It was excellent acting. I thought it was going to be a superhero movie at first, but it wasn't, obviously.
I know.
It was a very self-aware Hollywood movie, and I think it hit a good mark as to where Hollywood movies could get kind of icky.
Yeah.
But it was very self-aware that he was kind of an icky person.
Yeah.
So I think, that movie that year, definitely, I'll give it to it. Where's the Oscar? I'll hand it over.
All right.
I'll give it back. I'll give it back.
Nicely done. Awesome. Good job.
Birdman.
Not
that one, but it's okay.
I mean, we could talk a lot about all of this.
Yeah.
I think we gotta move
3-hour
on.
episode on this.
But this is a really exciting. They did such a good job, as Hector was saying, the music.
That's how you promote a movie.
And just having
With
everybody
nothing to
talk
show.
about it. The shots that it's so obvious that we care about these characters. It's so evident, all of the time and effort that they put into making us care about this world.
Do you guys remember in Avengers Age of Ultron where Tony Stark had that scary vision? People were tweeting at me like,
I was
going to
bring that up, yeah.
You were right, dude. Look at the set behind him. It's the staircase.
Of course.
Where all the heroes were dead. Thor, Hulk, all these characters were dead, and Tony Stark was there, and people were like, Hector, you were right, because I said that's going to happen in Infinity War.
Of course.
I don't know how people deny you, Hector. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Ignorance.
Dummies.
Hector, you've got some really exciting.
This is very interesting. Very
really
interesting.
Exciting
Next
news.
up, Disney is moving forward with their live-action remake or live-action version of the Mulan story, which is probably going to be a remake of their, let's be honest, of the animated movie, the same way that Beauty and the Beast is Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book is Jungle Book, Cinderella, so on and so forth. They're moving forward with it. They just announced who's going to be directing it. The director of some great fucking movies, Whale Rider, North Country, which was fantastic if you guys haven't seen it.
I haven't seen either of those.
The most recent film that she directed, which I have been praising out of my ass.
Love this movie.
McFarlane USA. Nikki Caro. Nikki Caro is going to be directing the live-action Mulan. also, side note, this means that she's probably not going to be directing Captain Marvel for Marvel Studios because she was one of the top contenders. On top of this, apparently some of the news we got was that the studio was looking for an Asian director. They talked to the guy who plays Baze Malbus in Rogue One. He's also a director.
Yeah.
And I think, Baze, and I think they talked to Ang Lee, possibly. But for whatever reason, it didn't work out with whatever directors they had talked to do Mulan. Nikki Caro got the job. They also announced at the same time, in an effort, I imagine, this is me talking, to put the focus on like the authenticity of telling an Asian character's story. This very, very famous Chinese legend. William Kong is going to be an executive producer. He was also an executive producer on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think, what was it? House of Flying Daggers, I think. A lot of Hong Kong or Chinese cinema.
Chinese influence.
And I think one of their highest grossing movies in the last year or two was produced by William Kong. This is also really cool because Nikki Caro is going to be the second woman in history that is going to be directing a movie for Disney that is over $100 million. This is after Ava DuVernay with A Wrinkle in Time. So she's the second woman to be doing that. The spec script apparently had, when they were, I don't know if they were casting, but the spec script apparently had a white male character as like the romantic.
This was a rumor.
This
that
was
was
a
going
rumor.
around.
I don't know
Like
if it was confirmed
like
or whatever.
A source close to Disney said that this
close.
was true.
So
There's no
so
like Disney never confirmed it.
Right,
and of course it wouldn't.
but Disney like denied it. They tried to get out in front of it and go, no, that's, they have since clarified saying that all primary roles, including the love interest, are Chinese. They're currently searching for a Chinese actor in China. They're searching for the star, I guess, to play Mulan. And when I heard that, I was like, that reminded me of the search that they did for Moana, which even though it was a voice acting role, Disney very much hyped up again, it's good promotion / good way to actually get unheard of talent is to kind of do like this kind of casting thing, to find an authentic Pacific Islander to play Moana, and it was a big deal, and they gave it to Auvali Kahalo, or Aurali Cavallo, who she's like the most delightful little ray of sunshine. Fucking, her Instagrams are just like, you're Moana, you're the best.
You're
I love
giving
you.
me life
You're so
right
great.
now.
So that was really cool for Disney to do that with Moana. I imagine that they liked that positive attention they got for doing that, so they're probably going to do the same thing. And the other article that I was reading about this was that Disney, the same as Moana, the same as I'm trying to think what other movie they'd done recently that had like a crew of people to ensure that it was authentic. It was Moana had like the Pan-Pacific like committee.
Yeah, the Pacific Island.
The Pacific Island.
The Pacific Story Trust.
The
Oceanic Story Trust.
The Oceanic Story Trust. I think there was another movie Disney did.
The new one now, Coco.
Coco, that's right, being done by
They're
Pixar,
gonna do that,
apparently has another sort of like trust of like authentic like Mexican
with Lalo
filmmakers.
Alcaraz in it, remember?
Exactly.
Back in the day when they cast the original Mulan, it was almost exclusively Asian and Asian American voice actors.
Plus Eddie Murphy.
Plus Eddie Murphy. And I mean, they did a lot to ensure that they were being sensitive about it.
Because this is a beloved Chinese tale and history that they still Disneyfied, which I really fucking hate the end of that Mulan movie, but I love Mulan, but I hate the ending of it because it's talking about romantic comedies, like the fact that the guy, like, by the end of Mulan, I was like, I don't know. She didn't need to have a love interest. They didn't exactly. So, but my point is,
like they have less love interest even than at the end of Frozen.
No,
though.
for sure.
So I mean, I don't know why people don't bring that up.
Yeah.
I am so glad that Nikki Caro is attached.
Yeah.
I loved Whale Rider.
Yeah. So the question to you guys: are you excited with with this list of talent that they've announced, the director, producer, and what Disney said so far about Mulan?
I am super excited that they're taking the route where they're being very conscientious of it. Bill Kong is great. I mean, I do the idea of giving it the feel of like Hong Kong martial arts film is really exciting. I don't know. Maybe it's just like sour grapes, I guess. But I feel like having them doing the casting in mainland China and casting a Chinese actress and having it be like a lot of it, they want someone who speaks Mandarin and English, is like, they didn't go to France and cast Beauty and the Beast.
Sure.
Why? Like, is that the idea is that like the Chinese are like, I think they're trying to pull Chinese box office numbers.
Of course they are.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, easily.
But also, I mean,
Well,
I
it's
don't
two
know, the
things.
idea
It's two
is
things.
that-
Number
yeah.
one, you can either say that Chinese people, the people who live in China on Earth, and the people who are of Chinese descent who live around the world, love Mulan and cherish it and take it.
They already
It's
have
a part of their
they already
identity.
have their own Mulan movies.
But
so and this
fine,
is,
but I'm still saying that
like, this is
Mulan in
Disney's
popular
Mulan.
culture, sure, but Mulan in popular culture is something that Chinese people have been like, this is ours. Or to that extent, French people are not going, Beauty and the Beast is ours. Like that has not become something that French people have sort of claimed as being culturally important or significant to them. The flip side is, does American movie studios, and anytime there has to deal with a story, a cultural story that happens like that's not European, do they put it on non-European people and go, this is a Chinese thing, this is your thing? And then like and again, Beauty and the Beast comes up, technically takes place in France, and do us Westerners
says they are casting worldwide. I had heard that they were specifically looking for just like, it didn't matter where they were, it just they had to be bilingual and speak Mandarin and English. Martial arts training preferred. I don't know if that was like the casting breakdown I saw was legit or not, but that's what people are saying. But I don't know.
What I was saying, my point was, is that it's one of those two things. Hopefully it's the first one. Hopefully it's that a cultural people are going, this is our thing. Because I know that anytime there's anything related to Latin America or Mexican folklore, I'm like, I want that to be authentic. That's how I feel. But there's also very much the possibility that anytime there's a story involving any kind of folklore or anything that has to not do with European people, if it's historical, Westerners or modern people, white Americans, movie studios that are run by mostly white people tend to go, oh, this is a normal thing. We got to go above and beyond to highlight it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could also be that. I'm hoping it's the first thing. At least hopefully there'll be some authenticity.
And also, I mean, Mulan also deals with actual Chinese culture and laws and dynasties and things like that. So you might want to pay a little bit of tribute to that. Whereas Beauty and the Beast is a fictional story that just happens to be placed in France.
That's a good point.
You know,
that's a good point. Yeah.
So there's
Mulan
also different.
She was a real person.
Yeah.
She was like Joan of Arc. She was like a real person.
There's a historical figure.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Whereas Beauty and the Beast, fictional movie about a beast, a magical beast, a magical beast,
a Frenchman,
a magical French beast man.
Augustine, have you seen any of the movies? Have you seen Well Rider?
No, I haven't seen.
USA?
I need to. Okay, so I need to do myself a justice and watch McFarlane.
McFarlane USA is great
because you've been talking about that for a long time.
My dad recommended it to me. My dad's super Mexican. Saw it, loved it.
Yeah, I was afraid that movie was gonna be like.
It's definitely a Disney sports film.
No, yeah,
but there are things in that I was just like, dang, that was awesome.
Like it made your inner Latino cry a little bit.
For sure.
Okay.
Sure. Maybe because I can relate, because I saw things that felt familiar to me in my upbringing. So sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with this. It seems like they are. So it's what we keep talking about. There's an opportunity here to bring in different actors, different talent. Like they're taking that proactive step to take that opportunity.
I think it's good, but also, there is a pattern in American cinema of having. Like the only representation that you have of like Asian people is they are people from
when
Asia.
They do a story about ancient China.
Yeah, and it's
we
like
need
it kind
ancient
of
Chinese
distances
people.
it
I get it.
and makes it seem like this is not like. I mean,
That's
really,
what was cool
honestly,
about
Mulan in like the animated film Mulan is very much an American story. Like it's a Chinese. It's based on a Chinese story. But a lot of the principles of it and a lot of just everything, the cast, everything is like Asian American. And
right. But
like,
that's
in 90s.
That's the thing though. Like if you were to make that film straight for the Chinese audience, it wouldn't do well over here. So it has to be that.
But
but
possibly.
I mean, like if they're making it for China, like
Right.
that's not necessarily, that's not for us.
Right. That's what I'm saying though. Like You have to hit a sweet spot. You have to. And what my point is, I'm trying to get is to that they are taking this opportunity that hopefully other people will follow. So they're making this casting. They're being proactive, which is what we always talk about. Let's get that talent behind the camera. Let's get it in front of the camera. Make opportunities for other people. Who knows? What if they cast somebody? Hey, what's up, Kaiju? What if they cast somebody who is? You want to get in the conversation, or bite my hand?
What are your thoughts on Mulan, Kaiju?
What are your thoughts on Mulan? I know you're Japanese, but
I mean, I think that's what it is. Parvis said Potens is I don't think I mind them actively seeking a Chinese actor for this role, so long as they're approaching it in a way that doesn't assume that good Asian actors can only be found in Asia. That's where it'd be squidgy, and that tends to be what it is. Like the only big most of the big Asian stars that we have here in the U.S. are like already celebrated. Oh, that's my shoe. Are already are big actors in Asia.
Sure.
And you know it's.
So you say this could be an opportunity to get an American actor and blow him up.
And that's basically all I want to say. It's just opportunity. You have a good opportunity.
Sugar Ray 2210 says, Jesus, move on. Somebody's uncomfortable talking about race. Called you out on it.
Called him out.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable talking. Adam, have you seen any of these movies, Nikki Caro? Any excitement? Any opinions?
I'm excited.
I'm
excited for Zookeeper's Wife.
She also directed that. That's right.
It's coming out in the next few weeks.
We saw the trailer recently.
The trailer. I mean, the movie looks amazing. I'm really excited for the movie. So I'm super excited to see what she brings to Mulan.
Jessica Chastain.
I've never seen Mulan, so I have no idea about like the story, the context, or anything. But if it's an opportunity to bring in new talent and to maybe introduce, Western civilization to new talent that is either really popular in Asian cinema or has potential to become the next star, then why not?
Because what happened, it's kind of a bummer because Zhang Ziyi starred in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She was super young and she crushed it. And she was a Chinese actor. She starred in that movie, and after that movie, she was in Rush Hour 2, and she was in stuff, but it was like not to her full potential.
Most
you know
of
what I mean?
the time when Asian actors like they're huge in something, they'll come over here and they'll get pigeonholed. They won't enjoy it, and they'll go back home because there aren't.
And that's
really
what Zhang Ziyi did, huh?
Yeah, that's what happened with her.
Let's not mess up again. Next Zhang Ziyi we get.
Michelle Yeoh, I have big hopes for because she's going to be the next captain in Star Trek, which is huge.
An of-age adult woman Asian captain.
Anime Wong, pretty much the first Asian American film star, had to go back overseas to Europe because there were no roles for her here.
So it's like we have yet to see what's going to come of the actress who played Moana, Awali Cavallo. Like, what is she gonna get casted next? Who's gonna use her to her full potential? What kind of movie is she gonna be in? Is she gonna be a TV show? Like, it's exciting.
She still has to make the jump to live action. Like, we don't know if she's gonna continue with voiceover
you know what?
or do live
I bet
action.
you Disney's gonna snap her up because they're probably gonna groom her to be like one of their teen stars.
They should do Moana 2 first of all. If they're already doing Wreck-It Ralph 2, like they should do Moana 2. And that should be a big thing in a couple years. But in the meantime, like maybe not, even if it's not a teen, whatever. But it's interesting to be like, okay,
they tend to work with their same crew.
They made her massively famous. Rest of Hollywood, what's the plan? Are we gonna let this one slip through your fingers?
Your move.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay,
I'm
great.
looking forward to that.
I think that was a good conversation.
I'm excited.
Yeah, but good for Disney. Disney's been doing a great job.
They've turned a new leaf, I think. So I wish I had a big rumor panel, like just a big rumor screen right now. So we're gonna talk about rumors, guys. We're gonna talk about the biggest rumor that came out yesterday.
I know the answer to this rumor too.
Oh, you know the real truth now?
Well, I know the truth to this so-called rumor.
Okay.
Present.
Okay.
And we will discuss.
So there is a big rumor. Yesterday, John Campea was on Collider Talk, and he was talking about Batman and his involvement in Batman, the next movie, and all this stuff. And he says, Batman, or Ben Affleck, make no mistake, he wants out. He doesn't want to be Batman anymore. And that made the internet explode. He said, Campea said that his sources told him that they had active discussions with him and Warner Brothers. He wants to remove himself from the DCEU, which includes Batman and anything moving on into the future. What?
Oh, that's sad.
Huh?
That's from the, that's from the.
Oh, yeah, that's sad.
Darkness, my old friend. The greatest video on the internet.
Campea also said to take this with a massive grain of salt. So this is not anything that's confirmed. This is just speculation, people talking around the water cooler, wherever his facts are from. He didn't verify anything. But this is news that came out and made people start talking. And we don't know if it's mainly to cover people's asses, maybe because Ben Affleck doesn't want to be the director of the movie anymore. We don't know where this is coming from. But what I want to ask you guys is, if Ben Affleck does leave, what kind of ripples is this going to cause in the universe that he's in? And also, what does it mean for the Warner Brothers in general?
If it is true, which again, like...
Wait, no, let's just... We don't even have to say that it's all speculation.
Before we even address it, I think that's the biggest point to make is... When John said this because I watched the show.
Who is this fellow?
John Campia. Well, John Campia is John Campia is one of the guys who heads up Collider Video. I'm sure most of you people have watched Collider Movie Talk. He does stuff with the schmoes. He's very, very well known in like the movie blogging sphere.
Right.
And he prefaced this whole thing for 5 minutes saying like, look, this is not a breaking story. Do not run with this as a story. Do not tell anybody. This is for you guys. This is just what I've heard. And what happened? The internet ran with it. So many websites were like clickbaiting articles. Ben Affleck wants out as the Batman. And it's exactly the thing that he said to not do. So he says, take it with a huge grain of salt. This could be nothing. This could be something. We won't know until we actually get a confirmation. But he has heard through the grapevine from multiple people who are working on the DC films that there have been active conversations that Ben Affleck potentially wants out. We don't know where that's going to be. Contractually, I think he was only obligated for Batman versus Superman, Justice League, and I think a solo Batman movie. I don't even think Justice League 2 is in the cards. So we take it with a huge grain of salt. We don't know.
I like what Dustin said in the chat. Don't say shit on the internet unless you want to share.
Right. Well, he didn't say it on the internet. Like sources from this John fellow, he told him.
He said it on the internet.
Yeah, that's true.
I hear
Wait,
stuff.
Ben Affleck said it?
No. Can't be.
No, this guy's sure.
The guy's saying to the guy who said this, don't say this on the internet unless you want.
But that also goes back to like there's.
Sir Bubbles says ripples DC film universe is such a mess it won't affect much of anything. Honestly, like seriously, it's that much of a wreck if he's pulling out. Well, good for him. This would be really, really bad for him. There are so many people that trust in this, and because. Honestly, Ben Affleck's Batman was one of the redeeming factors, or was one of the few things that a lot of people liked about Batman v Superman.
I enjoyed his Batman in Batman.
He was great, and he had a vision for this. He, was writing the script. He was producing. He was directing. He seemed really invested, and I think it reassured people to know that the best part of Batman v Superman was so heavily invested in this, and for him to pull out. Or even be rumored to be pulling out.
Well, hang on a second. Let's back up for a second. Because all of the movies that have been announced so far were, again, Batman versus Superman, which already happened, Justice League, which is already going to happen, and the solo Batman movie. I don't ever remember...
That wasn't even announced.
I don't ever remember beyond that.
Yes.
Because this is what we're talking about
There was a whole
now.
slate.
I don't ever remember beyond that how Ben Affleck's Batman would be involved. If I know there was a slate of Green Lantern Corps and Cyborg and Aquaman and all these other, but I'm like,
Justice League 2, that would be the only other thing.
Chad, so every little bit counts. Thank you for the $5.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chad.
Awesome.
So I don't know why this to me feels like Robert Downey Jr.'s contract was for Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Avengers, Iron Man 3, and
maybe Ultron.
And then they updated it going, he signed for 3 Avengers movies.
Right.
And then we get he's going to be in Civil War. That was an extra thing. Like,
Danny's in Spider-Man Homecoming.
I'm not expecting Robert Downey Jr. to be in Iron Man movies past Avengers Infinity War and Part 4. Like, I'm not expecting it.
Six God says it's not that I never liked Ben's casting. It's not that he's a bad Batman. These superhero gigs are 10-year commitments. There was no way he was down for that. I agree with that as well.
But it's this is already a 10-year commitment. It's already a 10-year commitment. He started filming Batman vs Superman, 2015?
He might not be up for
and then
it.
so 2016 came out. And now
not only that, he did The Accountant, Batman vs Superman, he did Live by Night, and he did something else. I forget
I'm
what
saying
it was.
by the time The Batman comes out, it will probably be close to 5-10 years where he started filming his Batman and ended it. Like that already seems like a normal. This all seems just like a normal thing, and people are going, oh, he wants to pull out, or he just doesn't want to renew the contract. He's 50.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Like he doesn't like. He's probably going, hey, Warner Brothers, build up your other characters the way Marvel's done.
Because I'm leaving after my contract's up.
Marvel's got Spider-Man, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, like all these new characters. Doctor Strange can have 3 fucking movies. Like there's a reason they do that shit. I see this and I'm kind of like, yeah, and. So he's going to be done after the movies that he's contractually obligated for. I personally don't want to continue seeing live-action Batman movies. I want Warner Brothers to make DC Universe movies. I want them to make DC Universe movies.
The quote is, Ben Affleck, make no mistake, he wants out. He doesn't want to be Batman anymore. I guess it would have been better to clarify after all the films that he has already agreed to do as Batman.
I can't imagine that it's easy to break a contract once you are signed up with Warner Brothers.
He's the golden child at Warner Brothers.
That's what I'm saying. He's the golden child was at Warner Brothers. I'm sure they hooked him up fat, but I'm sure as an actor, those contracts are really difficult to break out of. So most likely, if any of this is even slightly true, it's going to be most likely that. We're going to see him fill out his contract and be gone.
Yeah, you're right. This is basically him saying, I don't want to be Batman after like the 8-year commitment that I've already made to be Batman. So that's really
that's fine.
Nothing, I guess.
Because we'll have BVS 2016, Suicide Squad, a little cameo. 2017, he's going to show up in some capacity in Wonder Woman as Bruce Wayne. He'll be in Justice League. Yeah, he's going to do a solo Batman movie. He'll probably show up in
2019.
The movie will start shooting in the spring and come out next year. But now because of the changing of the director and we don't know if the script is going to go through a rewrite or
this
not.
year or next year for release next year or the year after.
Yeah, 2018, 2019. So, I mean, that's already a lot of appearances as Batman. I think he will basically be like Wolverine. He will end up being the most frequently used character in the DC universe, which I'm with you, Hector. I don't want that. I love Batman. I really liked Ben Affleck's portrayal.
And I don't know if Cal Toro was trolling me. Maybe that was really funny. They were like, Cal Toro said, Hector, why do you hate Batman and America? And I'm like, it's not that I love Batman, but also why does everybody else hate every other DC superhero? Yeah. That's the question I want to ask. I'm like, I've said it before, man. Batman's awesome, but everyone else is awesome. Let's see some other movies. Let's build up some.
We just had a trilogy of Batman movies from 2005 to 2012.
At this point, I would donate my left nut for a Martian Manhunter fucking movie. And it's crazy that I'm the only one in this town willing to say that.
I'd give my left nut for the Green Lantern movies. Let's do that.
I am also with you. Like, I'm a huge Superman fan, and I don't feel like he gets enough love in this day and age. Yep. I feel like the reason is because Batman is the most street level and like relatable guy. You know, he works with like
the
crazy masterminds.
The most ironic thing is like the crazy hardcore DC fans. I want to lean over and tell them like, you like the most Marvel character at DC. If you were a hardcore DC fan, you'd be like, where's my Hawkman movie? I want to see Carter Hall with him from Thanagar. Like, that's a DC fan.
That's
exactly.
Where's Plastic Man? Elo Bryan.
Where's Booster?
Booster Gold.
I want a What a Beast movie.
I mean, a lot of Marvel guy. A lot of the DC stories are huge.
Thank you.
And like
Blackest Night.
Interstellar,
Sinestro Corps.
different planes of existence, and that's a lot to kind of take in if you're kind of a more casual superhero fan. So that's why Batman is. I mean, because Batman is very complex in a way that we can understand.
Uberbob's got the right idea. This will leave a vacuum for Pooch to be Booster.
Pooch for Booster.
It's gonna leave a vacuum for Nightwing to come out to get Batman Beyond. Let's get him the fuck out, actually.
Guys, the other night, I got those Batman Beyond action figures. The other night, I watched the first 2 episodes of Batman Beyond, and I was like, this is my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
I love it so hard. It's my favorite Batman animated show. Batman Beyond.
Well, we did a review. We did an Easter egg thing on a Lego Batman movie, and look at all the characters that we had: Samurai, Apache Chief.
It's okay. These characters get introduced like
they're in one scene, and they're in the Lego Batman, the Lego movie. Anyway.
Okay, but still talking about
like
the
all those
DC
characters.
universe.
Yeah, you know, it's like, come on, the Wonder Twins. Fuck
you
it,
have
why
so
not?
many characters to choose from.
Yeah.
Let's get other people in these fucking movies.
Batman Beyond movie. I've been pushing for that since when I thought that Batman Begins was going to be the Batman Beyond film. I was real excited about
I think it may have
that.
been called that at some point.
It was. It was Batman Beyond, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna have Terry McGinnis and everything. It's gonna be so great. Old Batman. That's definitely.
And at that point, you could get anybody to be old Batman. It doesn't matter.
I know, but
Michael Keaton.
Keaton would be great, but again, if you want to keep it in this universe, bring back Affleck and put old age makeup on him. That would be dope. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
They would make sense because he's the grimmest Batman out of all the
exactly.
Batman.
He would be a
Yeah.
perfect old Batman.
Yeah.
Come on.
Be awesome. But when the Joker's gang attacks his house and they're like, "Get out of here, old man! We're the Jokers," he'd be like, "Okay, yeah, right." Bam, 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 bam. And just fucking kill them all. And Terry McGinnis is like, "Jesus Christ, man!
Christ, Batman!
You just killed those guys.
Do that."
He'd be like, "Get the fuck off of my property." Okay, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Hey, something sticks at your company, old man, and my old man got killed for it. And I think it's something at your company. Beep. Leave me the fuck alone, kid. Get off my lawn.
I will rip your dick off.
You're not Batman, you old sick bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, huge rumors, huge speculation on this. We could talk about this all day, but in the sake of cutting things short, let's
It's like
move
at this
on.
point, I feel like I could say Robert Downey Jr. wants out as Iron Man. It's
Yeah,
like, no,
I
I
mean-
think he just
I mean,
wants to
that's-
finish
that
his
was-
contract.
That was a speculation.
People said that about.
They said
Chris
that about Chris Evans. Yeah, they're like he wants out after.
But to be fair, like Marvel's good at that PR game. They're good at that. You know, and they're good at making all of their actors.
Look at
seem
the
like
video
they-
we just
exactly.
saw. Oh my god!
Exactly.
Clint Eastwood as Batman, like I don't think
Old
you could get
Batman.
that buff as old Batman.
Oh yeah,
Old
it's
Batman.
like
I don't think
old
you get that
Bruce
buff.
Wayne.
Also, I don't think anybody wants to work with Clint Eastwood in this town anymore.
Yeah,
Just
I
from
think they do. He's
living
still
from
a
living in
legend. He should
LA.
just live on his
From
ranch.
living in
Still a
LA,
legend.
I
Just
think
hang out on your ranch,
people
bro.
are done
I
with
think
him.
I think he'd be great, but I don't necessarily want to see it. But I think Clint Eastwood would be great as
Oh, yeah,
90-year-old
yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
That steely-eyed look. Talking through
Punk.
his
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut down your suit.
All right, trailer time.
All right,
That's
trailer time. What do we got first, Adam?
Ah,
Start with
fuck
the
me.
shit show first.
Okay, here we go. Oh boy.
Don't start up with us.
Don't
Dustin.
even, Dustin. Don't even.
Want to know, don't you?
No.
I don't want to.
Why they keep coming here? To Earth.
It's so unfair because these movies
the
look
others?
gorgeous, and
Ones
God
are
damn
hiding.
it, that's
Oh,
Anthony
their
Hopkins.
special
Oh,
effects
sellout
budget
friends.
is like. God.
But just that, just those shots, like
Your world is dying.
great special effects.
Optimus Prime. Do you seek redemption?
I see a good movie.
My maker. I do.
Can we put blood on him? Can we put blood on Optimus Prime and make him more badass? Batman v Superman. Heroes fighting.
Does anybody know what this movie is actually about?
Here's I know what it's about. Robert Kirkman was going to work on the story, and then he was like, "Peace, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore." That's what this
I
movie's
don't want
about.
any of this shit in.
I'm not into this.
Remember the first, like the opening, the first trailer we saw was all knights and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
I just don't understand, like, how many more times are we gonna go to space with the Transformers to then like come right back to Earth? Can we do something different?
Yeah, I want them to
I
reboot
mean,
it.
I agree with you, Adam.
I
just don't understand.
In this universe that they built, no, they can't.
I don't know.
They have to bring it back to awkwardly holding guns. Do you remember how he was
Yeah.
holding the gun in the?
And
in the last one? It's just
again,
terrible.
Michael Bay for the third time said that this will be his last Transformer movie.
Of course, it will be until the next one.
You know, but I will say, I watched 13
This
hours.
is why people keep coming back because Greg
What?
Brand's scum is like, is Unicron in this? Like, that's why these movies
Yeah.
keep making
Yeah,
money.
right?
Greg,
I know.
come
It's
on,
funny,
man.
these
Don't
make-
be
these
fooled,
movies
man.
Make
Don't.
so much
Last
money.
time it was dinosaurs.
They're gonna hurt you. Don't go see
Yeah.
it.
Last time it was dinosaurs. This
Yeah.
is Unicron.
I
Don't be
will
fooled.
say, like,
Thanks
as
so
much
much.
as I like to give Michael Bay shit for these Transformer movies, because yes, I think they're shit. I like the first one.
Yeah, I like the
But
first one too.
I watched 13 Hours with John Krasinski.
Yeah.
That's a really like well done movie.
Good.
That
He
movie's
knows how to
fantastic.
make a movie. He just
He
doesn't know how to
He
tell a
should've
good story.
made
G.I.
G.I.
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
That should have been
Exactly.
the franchise.
Exactly.
He would have made the coolest G.I. Joe movie
Yes.
that would have felt authentic and looked like that.
Yep.
And he could have made 5 of those, and I would have been jazzed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been, and he would have gotten
Same.
the full support of the United States Army. They would have
Yeah.
been like, anything you
Dude,
need,
13
Michael
Hours
Bay.
is insane. Like
Yeah.
it's there are a lot of crazy epic Transformer style explosions, but God, that action is shot so damn well.
Not
Like,
blaming
give
you,
me
Greg,
more of
but-
that.
But don't fall
Stop
for it,
making
Greg.
Transformers movies, goddammit.
Yeah.
Stop it.
It's you know, you can like
Yeah,
what you
thumbs
like.
down.
Those are spectacles, and to be honest, like I can see why in a time when you have to pay so much money for a ticket, like you want to see something that's gonna wow you. So I get that. I think that they can give us better. They can give us
agree.
movies
Of course
that
they
could
could.
wow us, that could be better.
Professor Spark, I disagree with you. We're not going to accept Transformers for
No,
what it is.
just like I will not accept the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
No, that was garbage. I want to end this and
Gotta
move on to
buzz
the
you.
next
Yeah,
one by
let's
saying
just
watch
go.
Transformers Prime.
Yeah.
Watch Transformers Prime on Netflix.
Thank you.
Best
And
Transformers.
read More Than Meets the Eye. It's like
Cool.
it's like Firefly with robots.
Cool. Comic book?
Next.
I'm in a Toretto. Just went rogue.
You gonna turn your back on family?
I'm gonna stick my tongue down her throat too.
I don't know.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got family. I'm taking you down, Toretto.
Want to play like that?
Are gonna work together. Love to. Rounds away. Holy!
They just don't give up, do they?
Oh, damn!
Fire!
I don't want to go swimming. Ow! I got you, brother.
Wasn't that the
gotta
tank
see.
in
I gotta
Transformers?
see these other ones.
Not
Dude.
Transformers, G.I. Joe.
Wiki whack, you're whack, first of all. But I knew people were going to start making this comparison. The difference between the last movie and this movie knows what it is.
Oh, absolutely.
These
absolutely.
movies know what they
Tone
are.
is incredible.
Before you lump these into Transformers, I'm going to ask you, watch all the Transformers films and watch all the Fast and Furious movies. These movies know what they are. They give you spectacle. They give you likable, cheesy-ass characters, like great action, and just fun, cheesy. It's so damn fun. And honestly, real emotion.
Yeah,
I have to
for real.
watch these movies.
It
but
feels like family.
When I saw Pooch kicked my ass at the gym. My arm's sore. But I have to go into these movies with a soap opera mentality.
Yes.
Because when I saw the beginning of Tokyo Drift, I was just like, nope, done, turn it off. Because I was expecting like a
hardcore
type
drama
of movie or something else, you know? I have to go in with like a soap opera mentality and turn my brain off to enjoy it.
Well, some people are asking like, how does Transformers not know what it is? It just takes itself super seriously.
Clay
It's
58
supposed
said.
to be about
Michael Bay's trying to make the Dark Knight of
yeah,
Transformers
yeah, he's trying to
movies.
make the Dark
Fuck
Knight,
off.
and it's supposed to be about like robots that are fighting each other, and like they happen to be on Earth. I don't know.
That's right, Red Man Scott.
It takes itself so
Yeah,
seriously.
I think that these
like,
movies-
There's nothing about Fast and Furious that is too serious.
Agreed.
Like, it's just they can ramp up the action and the cheesiness, and they
I
stick
did ask
with
that.
it.
I'll tell you why I asked it, Fledow, because I feel like I'm allowed to talk shit about the Transformers movies. I've seen all of them in theaters. And so when I go, I think those movies are bad, I can back it up. And I've also seen all the Fast and Furious movies, so I can back up when I'm like, they're fucking fun and cheesy.
That's
So I'm
why
like,
you're watching
if
all
you
the
wanna
Star
be-
Trek.
I'm just basing it off of the first movies in each
Okay.
of the two series.
If you want to be in either camp, I feel like you need to watch the movies,
All of it.
and then and then go nuts, either love them or hate them. Like, but as long as you've seen them, that's it.
I think the Fast and Furious, I do think the Fast and Furious franchise, when it started, tried to be a little bit more on the edge of serious.
Oh, it definitely did. Yeah.
Definitely a lot more.
That's why I was so turned off by 3.
Yeah,
Bro.
and I think once Justin Lin came in there, and he did Tokyo Drift, he kind of gave it like a new flavor, a kind of more of like something that was a bit more lighthearted, but was still fun. And it still had all the action. And then we got to 4. And it tried to go into the realm of being a little bit more dramatic, like the first, and it didn't really. It kind of worked, but didn't work.
And that's why it didn't
Yeah.
work.
And then 5, they made Ocean's 11.
That being said,
It's awesome.
I feel like that it fills the same niche of why you would go to see those films, because you just want something that's a bunch of spectacle and is a fun film.
Yeah.
Except I would say the difference between the two is the one you actually connect with the characters and it has heart. So when
It honestly does.
when things happen and characters die or you feel for them because you've grown with them now for like 5, 6, 7, 8 movies, and even some of the newer characters, like when The Rock comes in,
Come on.
and he's basically like the villain to those characters, you still even though he's like on the opposite side, you still kind of root for him
And
secretly.
7 is they did a fucking loving tribute to Paul Walker. Say what you will,
It's
but
amazing.
like they did that. Look, the Transformers movies, they also offend me. And I know there's stuff in the Fast and Furious movies to be offended at. As a
original Transformers?
no,
Or-
as a human being, as a person with moral decency, they're sexist
they're
and
all really gross
racist
about
and
women, yeah.
and full of stereotypes and all of the stuff that offends me. The same with the Ninja Turtles movies. They show Megan Fox in booty shorts. That shit's offensive to me. Fast and Furious movies have that to a degree, but I can point to Fast and Furious 6 and go, this is more progressive than Star Trek Into Darkness.
Oh,
What's the problem?
Just
here?
look at the cast.
Look at the
cast speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right, let's get this
Next.
over with.
Let's do it.
I have been watching you. You have to remember.
I saw someone down there. He wasn't human.
He's a known terrorist, and he's killed again.
They didn't just kill them, they hacked into their minds.
He's everywhere and nowhere.
I will find him,
Make it first.
and I will kill him.
Yeah.
Just running around.
You never talk about your past.
I don't remember much. Just fragments. There was an attack.
I wish they made
You were
Appleseed instead of
dying.
Ghost in the Shell. Appleseed's
We
a
saved
great
you.
anime, too.
And now you save others.
Everything
Yeah.
they told you was a lie. You had a family. Remember that.
But I...
What a beauty you are.
What do you want from me?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
How many were there before me?
She was supposed to have a clean brain. I order you to terminate.
They created
threw crazy
me,
money at it.
but they cannot control me.
Hey guys, if you liked what you saw in that trailer, just go watch the original Ghost in the Shell movie from 1995. It is literally the exact same thing.
I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know if Ghost in the Shell is like a really tough,
It's tough.
dense
Yeah.
story to pull off. I don't know if they're gonna do it.
It's just the
and
Matrix.
I was
mean, because the Matrix essentially,
Sure.
the original pitch by the Wachowskis was, we want to do Ghost in the Shell, but in real life. So they did it. They did it back in the 90s, and I think that's a problem for them now. A lot of people
That
are
they
saying
have
it's
to-
derivative
it's the
because
same way that, like, when
it's
they
all
did-
based
when
on
they
things
did,
that are based on
the thing.
the
Like when they
thing.
did Land of the Lost, they were like, we can't do a movie about an adult with 2 kids running from dinosaurs because
Right.
Jurassic Park did that.
Which was
so they're
based
like,
on
in
Land
a
of the
way. So they're
Lost,
like, so
yeah.
let's do a comedy. So I don't know. I might need to watch that trailer again because I was just looking at it in terms of like the visuals, and I don't know if a story came across to me other than like Scarlett Johansson's character, who I know is named Major only because I know the anime. Like she's learning about her past, and like I don't know if the
So
story and the
the-
themes are going to come through.
We
So
don't know that.
we
But
got our
that's
first
hard
look
to
at
say on the
Yeah.
trailer.
We got a first look
Yeah.
at the major villain, who is Hideo Kuze,
Mhm.
played by Michael Pitt. That and he is
I don't know
from
who Michael Pitt is.
he's
I don't know who
he's from one of the spin-off Ghost in the Shell movies.
The villain or the
The
actor?
villain.
Oh, okay.
The villain.
Okay.
So he's not. They're going with something slightly different than the original movie, but like they had it was essentially shot for shot. Like so many of those shots, just like the falling out of the scene,
Sure.
falling out of the window.
Sure.
I
don't know Ghost in the Shell that well, but yeah.
You know, the briefcase gun, the
The fight-
tank scene, a
the
lot
fight
of
in
the
the
fight in the
water.
water.
Mhm,
So
I
a lot
remember
of
the
like
fight
the
in the water.
coolest shots in there, like the Blade Runner city, which is Ghost in the Shell was influenced by Blade Runner. It's I don't know. It looks like they're changing the Major's character. It was never about her or her past. That's the spin-off movie that
so they're
Kuze
combining
is
two
from that. So they're cherry picking all through from the TV show, the different movies and spin-off movies. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Have
you
would
seen Ghost
ask.
in the Shell, the original?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know. I don't know yet. I think I need to see. It looks like some of it looks stunning, and some of it looked to me generic.
The problem is that it looks generic because
Who's directing it?
Because every science fiction film in like the last 10 years is based on Ghost in the Shell.
And for me, it wasn't even that. It was just like camera composition and like
it was shot
layout and stuff.
beautifully.
But that's the thing,
VFX
and it's
are
like
incredible.
same like
The VFX are good. I'm talking about just the shots themselves.
well, a lot of those shots are directly from Ghost in the Shell, and people have been copying them for years now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That movie. So that movie, I saw it when I was first getting into anime. I was coming out of my Dragon Ball Z phase, and I heard about Vampire Hunter D, Akira, and Ghost in the Shell. And this is pre-internet age. And so I was like, well, not pre-internet. This was like early internet
stages.
age.
Yeah.
They weren't available online. Amazon wasn't a thing yet. So I went around and hunted at all the movie stores. I bought a copy of each, and they were each like $40.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, these are expensive, but I didn't regret watching them because these movies are fantastic.
Yeah.
So now, given this movie, I understand all your gripes, Erica, and I agree with you. But at the same time, as a film, the way they're presenting it, it looks interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I think this is a different take on a story that we already know. So I'm going to take this for what it is and then criticize it after I watch it because I don't know what they're going to do.
It's just the question is again with like a movie coming out this weekend and this movie and whatever is going to come forward. When are movie studios going to get sick of the negative attention of like, oh, you recast an Asian character to a white? Like, when are they going to get sick of that?
I mean, the problem
is this the last? Is this going to be the last one?
Not a ton of people are talking about it because a lot of people don't care. People are doing like all sorts of mental gymnastics and rationalizing up and down, like, oh, she's an android, so why should it matter? Oh, they like in some of her past stories, she's a man, so she could totally, like have a white person brain. But
it's like you said, Erica. All it is justification.
Yeah, there's just so many justifications.
And to me,
I'm the simplest.
I'm talking about it. People I know are talking about it. When I go on film
internet,
my film internet is very aware of it. I don't know when movie studios are going to get sick of that shit.
Right. I mean, we in LA think about it. We talk about it because we have friends that are personally affected by it.
We're in a special little bubble here.
We're in a bubble, and a lot of people around the country, around the world, they don't really care about it as much. And I would say that we should vote with our money and not support this kind of behavior from studios because it may not matter to you personally right now, but it's going to matter down the line. And this is going to kick off a trend of anime starring white people.
It could.
Despite the fact that the stories are very much...
We don't know that for sure, Erica.
We do. Like Death Note, Death Note is also being cast with white actors right now.
Yeah.
There's other anime that are in the works, and they are attaching Caucasian actors to it because they're like, oh, this doesn't seem to be getting too much negative attention, despite the fact that it is a Japanese story and they're using a lot of Japanese signifiers and imagery while having like a lead white actress in the role.
Yeah, it sucks.
But
it sucks.
I mean, it's still possible to change.
Yeah.
It will if you don't go see it in theaters and pay them money, and you make it known why you're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Adam, any thoughts?
I've never seen Ghost in the Shell, and the only thing I have to judge this is on the director's work. I've seen Snow White and the Huntsman. It's a decent movie. It's not great. It's not bad. I thought the trailers for the movie were fucking awesome. Based on just the trailer itself, I'm intrigued by the visuals. It does look and feel Matrixy to me. But not knowing any of the context of what the actual story is, I'm curious to see what that movie actually ends up being. And then if it's a shit movie, it's going to be a shit movie no matter what. If it's poorly written and poorly directed and it just comes off as being garbage, then
movie's a bad movie.
Bad movie's a bad movie.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how it plays out. I'm gonna go see it just to see whether or not it's even like worthy of anybody's time. And then if it's bad, then let the internet know like it's not good. Don't bother. Go watch something else. If it's worse than a Transformers movie, and I recommend a Transformers movie, it's a real piece of shit. steaming shit.
It's going to be really interesting to see the reaction to this movie critically and commercially. It's going to be really, really interesting.
One of the first really huge budget American
Recognizable. It seems like it, yeah.
anime adaptations, and I think that's one thing that they're hoping to trend towards, as opposed to like superhero films. And there are a lot of big anime movies that are in the works, they're being talked about, being pitched around town, and it'll be interesting to see how this does, because this is like the big one, you know? As I said, science fiction from the past decade, think of almost any science fiction film that you've seen. It's based on that or The Matrix, and The Matrix was a live action version of Ghost in the Shell.
And I agree with you, but I also think that the majority audience, like I think we and people here in Los Angeles are very aware of all that. But I think if you go into like a town in the Midwest, they are not going to know that. They're going to look at the movie, they're going to go like, this looks stupid, I'm not going to watch this. Or they're going to be like, that looks interesting, I'm going to go watch it.
Or they're going to say, I've never seen anything
exactly.
like that
before. So it's hard to tell people to not go watch it because you have good reasoning for it. But then also like they don't have any of that other context. So they're like, why should I not? Like, I don't know anything about this story. Like, if I'm intrigued by the visuals, am I an asshole for seeing it? You know, like, and I think like that's also not the right thing to tell people. I think you just have to go into it, and if you're interested in the movie, research and get some context.
Says it's funny, the Japanese audience, when asked about it, felt she was a phenomenal choice. It's always hilarious, and the people have no reason to be offended or more offended. The only ones offended by something so pointless.
But you gotta do the context for that.
So Japanese people don't understand racial politics and film casting in America.
Simple.
They don't understand. Like, to them, when they look at their movies and their TV, they are the dominant race. They don't have to worry about representation or about like being stereotyped, because everything that they see and that they enjoy, they see themselves represented in. In America, that is not the case, and like a lot of Japanese people, once they've had that explained to them, that like, oh, Asian people in America
don't get jobs.
They don't get jobs, and like if people see Asian characters, they think that they act this way because of these stereotypes. They're like, oh, well, that seems wrong. But like, and also a lot of the data that you're looking at, like people will read these articles and say, oh, okay, people like, yeah, I'm fine. But they asked specifically 2chan, the Japanese version of 4chan, like about like, how do you feel about this casting?
And
they're
also
like,
asked,
it's fine.
They also asked like the creator of the manga or anime,
Yeah.
who, whether or not you want to admit it, they're going to benefit from this movie doing really well and getting a lot of attention, because their original work is then going to be revisited.
Yeah, they asked
so like
Shudo how he felt about it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just thrilled that it's getting made."
Yeah,
and that's true, but like,
that's
he
awesome.
could also, you know, expect better. Like, he doesn't care. He's just gonna get money from this and recognition, and that's great. It is great that it's getting recognition, but also, you know, he doesn't know.
I will say, at the end of the day, I think it's all about context. It's the same thing like Transformers.
Yeah.
Transformers movies are pieces of shit only if you have seen the bigger lore of what Transformers is.
Yeah.
Same goes for Marvel movies, same goes with DC movies, same goes with Star Wars movies. If you have context, then I think you will have an easier time understanding why we're having this conversation.
You can love a
Without
thing,
it, it's harder.
You can be excited about something and love something and still ask better of it. You can do both at the same time. It's not
like,
mutually exclusive.
I'm an anime fan. I'm a huge Ghost in the Shell fan. I'm thrilled that it's getting made, but I want it to be cast with somebody like, her name is Motoko Kusanagi. There's no denying that. She's Japanese. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for having that discussion. I appreciate it, everybody.
Oh God.
Didn't we watch the
you
Red
wanna-
Dead
Really?
version?
We did.
This trailer was hilarious.
That dude is talking to you.
Sorry. You.
Not you. It was me. Can you kind of beat it? Because you're a distraction.
Hey.
What brings you down here? You on vacation here with your boyfriend?
No, I'm just here with, my mom.
Why are you dressed like Powder?
The sun is very dangerous.
Mom, it feels like you're putting on a lot.
No, just here when you need it here.
Let's go out tonight. Hair, makeup, boobs. We're going out.
Emily, I am not going out at night.
Everything shouldn't be so scary.
Oh, it damn well should. 1 in 4 tourists are kidnapped.
Not true.
1, 2, 3. Somebody's missing.
I met a man. Well, drinking with a man in a foreign country. It's a smart, responsible thing to do.
We need an amazing adventure.
Where the hell are we?
The scenic route.
What's your PIN number?
Everything he says.
I already am before you told me to. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, God.
Change it. I will get us out of here. I need you to believe in me. Do you think maybe that guy's okay? I saw his brains. Why can't you just make me feel better? Listen, I need your help. Mom and I got kidnapped.
State Department. My mom and sister. They've been taken. I imagine you have a commando squad. 4 underground criminals who were tried for a crime they didn't commit. Sounds like the A-team. It is the A-team. Do you have an A-team?
Why did I ever let you talk me into this?
I should have just listened to you. I love you.
This is great, but we really gotta get out of here, you know?
Yeah, we should get out of here. Okay. Mom, we have to fight, Mom.
We've got this.
Mom, that was awesome.
Oh my God! You messed with the wrong bitches. Yeah.
Go. I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna do it.
Please, please.
100. 99.
That's hilarious. I'm going with Mom. Yeah.
You know what The Hangover was in 2009? This is that.
Yeah.
But on
so?
Mother's Day. It feels like
so
it.
damn funny.
Crazy.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Schumer's been getting a lot of shit for quote unquote stealing jokes lately, but she's genuinely funny.
She is genuinely
She's
funny.
genuinely
and Goldie
funny.
Hawn is a legend, and Ike Barinholtz looked really
I haven't
funny,
seen Goldie Hawn in
and-
a movie, I feel like, in forever. I don't even know the last time I saw her in a movie.
That looks
It looks like, again, it's one of those
hilarious.
movies that looks like you're going there to just be entertained.
Yeah.
If the
it's
jokes
got no
land, great.
substance.
If they
Yeah.
don't, there's always the next joke in 30 seconds.
When it was Snatched, I was hoping that it was a Taken parody.
Yeah.
And it kind of was
would've
like
been
it's
funny.
better because it's
Yeah.
it's a movie with real characters who are funny just naturally, pointing out all of the shit that you would be pointing out if you were in one of those ridiculous movies. Like that looks so funny. That looks
The
great.
chat room's not digging this one.
Not into it. That's okay.
It's all right, chat.
Wow.
It's all right, chat. I'll go
yeah,
watch it for you.
You know, Spy. Urixara says, I loved Spy, so I might love this too. Yeah. Is any of the team involved with it?
Well, it's the
Yeah, the producers of Spy.
Oh,
okay.
Man, Spy was
And what was the
really,
other one
really
that's,
good. Everybody.
The producers of The Heat and Spy, yeah.
Yeah, Spy was very good. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should.
haven't seen it yet.
Jason Statham is the funniest he's ever been in anything. And Rose McCarthy is just so good. It was marketed so poorly, and the commercials were all like, it seems like a fat people jokes. There really weren't. Like in the end, she's the one laughing at everybody else, and it was great. And so I might actually go take my mom to go see this.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
Shit, I might just take myself.
It seems like a fun movie.
It looks so funny.
Oh, I'm excited for this movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Very much looking
What's
forward to
next?
this movie.
What was the end result in that one? Pass?
Yeah, pass. Hard
Okay.
pass.
All right.
This better be a hard yes.
Who's this beguiled?
Is that Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump? Oh! It's not scary, Erica.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just a
Girls,
guy.
we all need to help. Quickly,
is
he's
this
losing
Civil
blood.
War thing?
I pray that the Lord see fit to restore the health of the wounded soldier. We ask for your protection over our school, and we pray that we will be kept from harm throughout the night.
Amen.
Seems like the soldier being here is having an effect.
If you could have anything in the world, what would it be?
To be taken far away from here. We can show him some real Southern hospitality. Corporal McBurney's stay here has taught us all a very important lesson.
Can I get you anything?
The enemy is not what we believe.
What have you done to me? You vengeful bitches!
Oh, then they're gonna like torture him. Oh shit.
Oh my god. That's terrifying. Are you sure it's not a scary movie?
Yeah, that's a thriller.
Cannot wait to
It's
see
not a
this.
horror
This is
movie.
directed by Sofia Coppola, who Francis Ford Coppola's daughter.
Yeah.
Of course.
She did Bling Ring. She did Lost in Translation. What else has she done?
Virgin Suicides.
Marie Antoinette. She's done so many movies. Was it Lost in Translation? She won the Oscar for writing.
I think so.
I think so. And she was like the fourth or fifth generation
TV down
Coppola
over
to
here.
win. I'm super excited for this because I think the
looks
Coppola
real
family is a
good.
very talented family.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed some of the other movies that I've seen from this director. And again, it's another one of those movies that
Crash Gaming says, "Ew," is all I have to say. Yeah, it looks so scary.
we always talk about giving women more opportunities in film. Go watch this fucking
Sure.
movie.
Yeah. This gave me Misery
incredible
vibes.
cast.
Yeah.
What an increntible cast.
Yeah, it's not-
this is on my top 50 of 2017.
Nice.
Top
a list.
50, holy
Yeah,
shit.
I have a top
You have
50
a
list.
top 50?
Adam, there's
Oh.
like 50 movies, period. There's-
Dude, no, there's so many great
RPG
ones.
says the most talented Coppola is a Cage. Somebody in Caltora says, "You're goddamn right."
Yeah, goddamn right. Nicolas Cage.
It's not the type of. It's not the story is not the type of movie that I would normally watch. But I think I'm gonna rent that and seek it out because, like you said, Adam, great cast, and I know that Sofia
Beautifully
Coppola's a
shot.
great director.
Jesus,
Yeah.
that
Beautiful.
cinematography.
There was a
It
lot of
just
people
looks
voting in the chat. I really want to see what the chat said.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see.
Tense. It looked so tense. Oh, it looked so
I
creepy.
mean, Sofia Coppola's no stranger
I
to
like
filmmaking.
thrillers,
She's been making movies.
but they always
for a while.
freak me out. And I love period pieces, and the costumes looked great.
Well, I was like,
I'd go see
I
that.
read the synopsis of this movie, and then I was reading, and I read about like
Rent winning.
There was a really great article on Film School Rejects talking about it was like 66 movies that are being directed by women that you should definitely give a look.
Oh, cool.
Zookeeper's Wife was one of them, and this was one of them. So I read the premise,
Cool.
and I was like, oh, I'm in. I want to
Yeah,
see a
cool.
trailer. Give it to
Yeah.
me now. So
That's awesome.
Super excited.
That was intriguing.
Yeah.
All right.
That was beguiling. I didn't use that right, did I?
I'm pretty sure you beguiled it.
Did I beguile it? I beguiled the shit out
All right,
of
here
it.
we go.
Yeah, hell yeah, you did.
Dustin's excited.
The chaos of this world is vast and unknowable. We like to think we can understand it. But we can't.
Oh.
Dana Perna. Yeah.
Vice?
Documentary for Burning Man.
Oh.
No. This movie.
what the fuck?
This movie. Yeah.
All of us here. We weren't good enough. Smart enough. Young enough. All the things you've done have put you right here.
What is
With
this
me.
movie?
This here is the bad
Y'all
batch.
gonna get
What do you really want?
I want to be the solution for something.
Oh shit! Keanu Reeves? What? Was she missing an arm?
Here's the thing. Being good or bad mostly depends on who you're standing next to.
Oh, there he goes, throwing those knives.
Oh, that's
Like
right.
from that video that people were posting.
Yeah. That music was fucking dope.
I
too.
love the music.
That was deeply uncomfortable for me. I don't know why.
You want to know why? Because they eat each other.
Really?
So it was like Burning
the
Man
premise?
then. Ew.
It's a dystopian future, and they're cannibals.
Oh, interesting. I guess that's the only way you
That's
get
not
protein
as
out there.
that's not as interesting to me. That makes it less interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was like a present day thing or like, and they're just on the fringes of society, or
It
it
just
was
looks like
some
a
sort
Burning
of,
Man movie.
Like it was like it did have a dystopian like.
I don't think I need to go to Burning Man.
Why
I'll
is
just
this
watch
like Burning
that.
Man's going on? Let's do a movie.
Yeah.
How do you think Jason Momoa stays so fit, dude? He eats people for protein.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm interested to see this movie because the premise sounds interesting. A person basically gets, I think it's like a person gets captured and instead of actually like eating the person, they let that person live. So I think it's about
So you
like
farm meat off of them.
no. Well, I think it's more about like what happens when you, instead of like actually consuming your prey, you kind of learn to maybe
You only eat a little bit of them and let them live.
Yeah.
And did that actress, did she actually have one arm? Was that part? No?
No.
Oh,
That's
okay. It was like
that's
CG
CG'd
or
out?
something?
Okay. So they CG the arm out. Yeah.
I'm interested. It's different. Like, there's plenty of Marvel movies and DC movies and Star Wars movies for us to go watch. I'm curious to
This
see
is
something
definitely
that's
different.
like that's a little like different on the edge of like this might be kind of
the
nasty.
first, like,
It
is
looks
this the
like
first-
interesting and unique
Yeah.
and
Right,
really
right.
well shot, but like I can't.
What made me like it was the music choice because it completely separates it from the rest of the pack.
It looked like a indie movie. It looked like Turbo Kid music, the same, like shot on like a nothing budget. That could be really cool, but it also reminded me of a music video. But I worry, like, is it too much of a music video? Is
Right,
it style
right.
over substance?
That's why I said-
I'm gonna wait for a review. So right now I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna wait for a review.
That's
People
why I
are
said
like,
waiting, man.
this movie's fucking amazing. I'm gonna check it out. Then I'll check it out. But until then, not in a rush to see Burning Man the movie.
All right, what's next?
Aquaman goes to
Oh,
Burning
it
Man.
comes at night.
Ooh.
Erica, this is a horror movie. Okay?
Don't
So
scream.
just take your mouth away from the mic.
Heads up.
I think that Will and
Nah,
I should
y'all
be
put
the
me in
only
this
ones to go
position. Y'all have
outside
to
for a
suffer.
while.
Oh.
We don't know what made Stanley sick. We don't know anything. Nobody touched him, so I think we're fine, right?
Positive. You just opened the door, right? You didn't go in. I didn't touch the door.
You did what?
It was already open.
What? The door was already open when you got there.
Yeah.
Then who opened it?
Oh.
Nice.
If you're lying to me, I will kill you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That's fucking terrifying.
What
I'm
was
so
that?
intrigued.
What
I'm
was
so
that?
intrigued.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I want to see it.
It's another one of those. It's another one of the like The Witch, Conjuring. It's it's a horror movie that they're trying to just not be cookie cutter. They're trying to do something different.
5 Asia busted looking up from my hands just long enough to see Erica hiding in her hands. Relatable. Yeah.
That the
Dude,
way they did the
going
music
down the hallway.
Going down the hallway was great, but then
and
the
the
screeching
music
and the dog
everything, I
barking,
don't know.
yeah.
The dog, I felt like I was swept up in this tornado
Yeah.
by the end of it, where I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but I want to watch it.
I just gotta say something about this film. So this
Get in here,
director,
buddy. Get in here.
where there I
There
am,
you go.
there I am. Okay,
There you
so
are.
this director, he's a writer director. He basically self-funded his first feature. It was called Krisha. It premiered at South by 2014. It blew the festival up. I was there. I couldn't get to a single screening because the lines were out the door. He basically took his like dysfunctional family and turned it into a film, even starring his family.
What?
So he said the film actually ended up forming like a type of therapy for him because he was dealing with issues with his family in this movie that he wrote basically as a like a last resort kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna go make this feature. So this dude is like on point. Like he's very invested in what he makes. He has no right to be making movies because of like how his kind of life was carrying out. And now he has this opportunity to keep making movies. I think this has that potential of being like a really solid horror film.
Plus, I mean, the sound design and the cinematography alone.
Just
Everything
that was
great
a really,
cast.
really well cut trailer, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I love Joel Edgerton. Riley, I don't know how to say her last name. Riley Cuff. She's Presley's granddaughter. She's his granddaughter. She was in Mad Max. Small performance, but like you see like potential seeds of a good actor. So I'm into it. It looks terrifying.
I like it.
Cosmic Voyager X is really smart, you guys. So just don't show him any more movies.
Oh,
Don't.
IQ
well,
is too high for these movies.
Just don't.
There you go.
Okay.
He's a really smart person.
All right.
Guys, it's a girl.
Oh, I saw this trailer.
Congratulations.
Wait.
Does anybody
Yeah.
idea who the father is?
Shut up.
For story time.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. This is Dr. David Jordan. Our mission is to intercept a research pod from Mars.
16 steps to fix a shower. I'm an astronaut, not a gym teacher.
This is the first capsule ever to come back from the planet.
We have visual confirmation.
I see it.
This could be a major scientific breakthrough.
Come on.
Woo! Cue Instagram!
We're looking at the first proof of life beyond Earth. Lowering oxygen, more carbon dioxide.
No!
That's beautiful. You're finally a daddy. It's gonna be a big custody battle over this one.
Are you gonna bring the Martian back to Earth?
No, we're gonna keep it up here. We're gonna study it where it's safe.
Look how fast it's growing. Every single cell is a muscle cell and a nerve cell.
All muscle, all brain. How smart is this thing?
What's going on?
I'm going.
No, you're not. Picture. Goddamn it. What are we gonna do? There's a big.
These creatures wiped out Mars millions of years ago.
What?
If we let it get to Earth,
We'll risk all human life.
let's kill the thing.
Good night, moon. Good night, room. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and the red balloon.
What is the primal instinct of any life form?
To survive.
Good night, stars.
We've lost all communication.
Good night, air.
We'll hit the atmosphere in 39 minutes.
We won't survive re-entry.
But it could.
Good night, noises everywhere.
I
They
feel
shot
like I
they
saw
shot a lot of
the
of
whole
that
movie. I feel like
They
I saw
shot
the
a
whole
lot
movie.
of it.
But it's very simple. It's effective. It's alien. It's alien.
It is.
With higher stakes of like, but we're right next to Earth, and it's
And
this
this
year.
thing's about to
it's
kill
not in
everything
the
on
future.
Earth, yeah.
So like, this is another one where I'm right now. I'm like, skip. I'm gonna wait for not rushing out to go see it. I mean, it looks entertaining, but if the reviews are really really high, I will go see it. But right now, I'm like, I'm fine.
That trailer sold me. That was a great trailer.
It was a very well made trailer.
We did see a trailer with less spoilers a while back.
The first trailer, yeah. I'm looking forward. I really like the cast: Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
such a cool cast.
What's the name of that actor? The guy that was in the Wolverine, who in the beginning was like, it's a boy.
He was in Rush Hour 3. He played the main villain. I can't remember his
Fantastic
name,
actor.
but he's really good. Yeah, no, he was great in the Wolverine. He was so good.
Like I'm curious as to how it's going to be different than other sci-fi.
Sure.
Right.
Well, I think that's
the
reason. Like that's the reason why I'm so intrigued by it is to go see like, okay, how are you different from Alien?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What are you bringing to the table? Because I think a lot of these types of movies that are science fiction but are about this particular type of a story of us, making first contact or finding life, they kind of all end up sort of being very similar. The crew basically has to fight off this alien being, and at the very end, it's up to two people to get this thing sucked down in the middle of space. So
what gives me hope for this movie and it being different is that the cast. This Alien obviously was not made in a vacuum. This cast is very aware of the movie they were getting into beforehand. So what made these people want to jump onto this movie? I'm sure it's something really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think it looks like a really.
The guy.
Hiroyuki Sanada, that's right.
He's in so much.
Hiroyuki.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff.
All right, I haven't seen this
Cool.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Just who in the hell do you think you are?
Well,
Make Chris
That was awesome!
He's so cute.
What's that?
He says, "Welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy." Only he didn't use frickin'.
Look out!
Oh, wow. I tried, guys.
Does anybody doubt that this movie's not going to be great?
Can we watch it again? Can we watch it again,
it's-
please?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's do it.
please.
Let's do it again.
God, you guys!
Who in the
There's a
hell
Grammy spot?
do you think
Okay, we'll
you
watch it
are?
after this.
Well,
Okay.
that was awesome!
He's so cute.
What's that? He says, "Welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy." Only he didn't use frickin'.
Look out!
Oh, wow. I tried, guys.
That is good. That is good.
That's
That
a
is good.
theater
That
for
is
me.
good. Of course. All right,
Grammy
let's watch
spot,
the Grammy spot.
Grammy spot.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we
There's
go.
only 30 seconds.
so we're saving the galaxy again?
Who else is gonna do it?
Oh, shit. Why is Rocket floating?
Almost hit me.
That almost hit
He's got a
me.
jetpack. He's Rocket Raccoon, after all.
That's right.
Son
Son of a bitch, that's
just
right.
in case you guys weren't aware, and Adam, this goes to what I was talking about the other night.
God. Oh, we lost our second monitor
James
now
Gunn,
too.
monitor.
James Gunn revealed that.
Both of them.
Sorry,
Both
sorry,
of them.
man. James, whatever. Who cares? James Gunn revealed
Whatever, chat,
that
we can't
the soundtrack for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 may not feature every song on every trailer.
Yeah.
To which I say, of course it doesn't. I'm the only nerd who goes through and watches every trailer, every commercial, finds the songs in it, and if it's not already on the official soundtrack, I go and download it and attach it to the soundtrack, change the album cover, I do all of that shit. And now with my limited space on my new computer, iTunes is like, no, don't do that. Just
Whoa,
get
whoa, calm
Apple
down,
Music.
calm down,
I
calm down,
can't
Hector.
because
Hector,
I'm
man.
very
Calm down.
particular about my music.
Hey, you know what, Hector? You start
Hector's
making
never heard of a thing
mixtapes.
called an external hard drive, folks.
Oh, I'm gonna get one, but it's not the same because I can't have it on my iTunes now. So whatever, it's fine.
Yes, you can. You just got to source it
Hector,
from your
we'll,
hard
we'll
drive.
teach you. We'll teach you.
All right,
We'll
please teach me how to source it from my external hard drive. Thank you, thank you.
We will teach you the ways of
Thank
the
you.
force.
Mantis is Bay.
That's something.
Lunas
I'm,
Batman, yeah.
I'm gonna get the soundtrack and I'm gonna go through and get every single one of these damn awesome songs. And the commercials are so good.
Yeah, it's all good stuff.
Oh,
It's all good
I mean,
stuff.
I think the biggest highlight of Guardians of the Galaxy, aside from the movie itself, was the sound. The soundtrack was the movie.
Yeah.
Of course.
It
And-
was
Of
another member of the team.
Yeah, exactly.
member
And
of
I
the
think
team,
and I think a
for
lot
sure.
of people really looked at that and they made the mistake of trying to say that like we want all of our movies to feel like this. It's like, yeah, but you missed the point of the
Yeah.
movie.
Theaters
It's
was
like-
62, Rent 2, Skip 2.
It's like
What's
in
wrong with you four people?
The Watchmen comics.
And I think
how
those four people are lying.
They accidentally clicked
Yeah.
the wrong thing. Oh, my bad. Just source it all from OneDrive like an adult. What's OneDrive? What is that?
It's Microsoft.
Anyway.
It's Microsoft.
It's Microsoft.
It's Microsoft's
yeah,
attempt at the cloud.
Guardians cannot
Gotcha.
get here soon enough. I'm so
I know.
excited about it. What do
See
we
what
got
the
coming
man-
out on Blu-ray?
Oh,
this-
Ooh, we got some
Okay, so-
goodness. Oh my
Some
God,
goodness? Some
Jesus
goodness,
Christ,
Adam?
I'm so excited. Well, Billy Lynn's long halftime walk. I didn't really hear good things about it. It's Ang Lee directed the movie. It was shot at 120
I'm
frames per
curious
second.
at that 120. I'm curious.
The problem
Yeah,
is,
people
where are
said
you
it
gonna
was,
watch
like,
that?
I know.
Terrible.
Where are
Yeah,
you gonna
fine.
watch
It
that?
made people nauseated.
You go to the
I
you can go to
heard.
the theater and watch it, but like at home,
Yeah.
like what kind of a monitor am I gonna need in order to watch it 120 frames
I
per
know.
second? What kind of a TV?
window is what you need.
Yeah, and it's like, come on,
You need
man.
real life.
That's you
Like,
need to look
stop
outside.
playing with the FPSs. Just
But
fuck
I'm
that.
still curious because Ang Lee's a director who's obviously won me over. Like I'm,
Oh,
I'm
of
still
course. I
curious,
mean,
and I'm sure it's going to be
yeah.
like a good movie. But
We'll see.
I just think they're not focusing on the proper thing. Like the
Right.
frame rate is not the reason
I mean,
people go and watch your movie.
You look at what Ang Lee did with Life of Pi. incredible.
I mean,
Technical achievement.
Yeah, and the idea was that he wanted it to feel like super real and
That's
true
not
to
why.
life
That's not
with
why I
the
go to the
frame
movies.
rate.
I go for the experience of being transported into a world that the director, the writer, the team creates.
Yeah.
So it's like if I wanted to go watch a documentary, make a documentary about this.
It's not a bad idea.
You know what
but
I mean?
dude, it's like, listen, man, Ang Lee, he's done every genre of film. Like, he's such a good director that if he wants to try something like this for this, I get it, but it may not have been a like just good marketing or like a good call. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it is. Maybe it is
20,000 FPS. Get the fuck out.
Maybe it's 5-10 years too early. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Look, I saw The Hobbit.
Yeah.
In 48 FPS.
Oh, that was
gross, weird.
I
it looked
did
like
not
a
like it.
soap opera.
Yeah.
I did not like it.
Weird.
I think it really took something away from the movie.
Yeah.
But then I went and I rewatched it in just
Regular,
regular 24 frames, and it looked great.
Yeah.
Also coming out, Arrival.
Cool.
I got my 4K on pre-order, baby.
Good movie, man.
Cannot wait to get that. Edge of 17. I'm gonna go get that movie because I didn't go watch it in theaters, and I heard great things about it. I heard so many good things about the actress's name, who I'm blanking on. Haley Steinfeld. She wasn't. Her first movie was True Grit, the remake of True Grit with Jeff Bridges.
I got food poisoning during that.
Hyper RPG is about to start a fight in the chat.
Read a book.
And Zach's laughing back there, so you know who it came from.
Yeah.
It was
Lucas.
Oh, it was Lucas.
That's Lucas. Lucas giggle.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one?
Deepwater?
Deepwater, which I honestly, when I first
that is.
read it, I thought it was Deepwater Horizon, which already came out.
Oh.
I don't know what Deepwater is.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the well, I don't
care.
Whatever. Coming out in theaters. What's coming out in theaters?
It's gonna be
Lucas.
so curious to see what happened.
Motherfucking fist fight.
I've really been wanting to see Cure for Wellness. It
two
looked
good movies coming
really
out this
good.
weekend. It's gonna be raining this weekend, dude. Perfect weekend to go watch movies.
That trailer for Fist Fight before John
Come
Wick,
on.
I was actually pretty entertained by it.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna give that movie a watch.
I'm gonna go see Fist Fight.
I would go watch
Cure for
that
Wellness
movie.
for sure, because that was a movie that
Cure for
I
Wellness
was
looks
really
Looks
nuts.
like that was what a Gore Verbinski Bioshock movie would have
What's
been like.
gonna happen with Great
Plus it-
Wall?
Nobody's
It's gonna
gonna
tank.
Is there Rotten Tomatoes?
The reviews
It
are not
might.
that good.
Here's the question: is it going to do well in China?
That's what I'm saying. Oh well, I think
that's the
that
question.
because honestly, it seems to me like marketing has been zilch to nothing on this
Here,
end.
yeah.
But I feel like Legendary or whoever is behind this thing is just like, fuck it.
It's Universal, I
Let's
think.
just focus on China. Let's make the money there.
Yeah,
and then,
I think that's what Legendary is
it's
doing.
got a 45er on Rotten Tomatoes. They did put out a really weird tweet of a dragon. It looked like unfinished VFX of a dragon, like a guy standing in front of a dragon. Dragon's coming at him. He shoots it, and the dragon falls.
What?
It looked whack, like super whack. So I don't know what this is all about. Like I don't know who approved that.
AMC at Universal City Walk, and they had a costume on display from the Great Wall, and it was like a female character's like blue armored thing, and I'm like,
Zhangzi's stuff? Or I'm sorry, not Zhangzi.
whoever that, I think it might have been her.
You know
and I'm
what's
like,
weird? I went to AMC Century City, and they had all those there too.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? Is it like a fantasy film, or is it like
the
a
bus?
past?
Have you seen the bus like posters for it?
No.
It's just like it's obvious that none of them are standing next to each other.
Sure.
It's all like posted. It's like they cut them out and posted them onto
curious.
some background. It's just it looks like a mess.
So far, the movie has made $224.5 million.
Hashtag whack dragon.
The whack dragon. Wait, what was that, Adam?
It's made $225
Where has
million.
it been released?
In
China?
Pretty much everywhere except for the United States.
Oh, okay, cool.
Zarina's arm says she saw it and surprisingly good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
shit.
It's
All right.
yeah. Someone was mentioning it was in another like okay. So it's playing in Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, China. Wow, China came out last year. Czech
year?
Republic, Egypt, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, Iceland, India, Indonesia, Latvia, Lebanon, Malaysia. Mexico, Netherlands, Philippines, Poland, Romania, Singapore.
So basically,
Slovakia,
everybody's
Slovenia.
seen this.
More or less.
Yeah.
We are the last bitches on earth.
You know
to watch
why?
this
Because
movie.
they don't
Okay.
care.
Yeah.
Like,
No, they don't.
care
Yeah.
if America likes
Come
it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Come
know.
on,
I
we
don't
saw
make
the
money
first
for
trailer.
us.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the first trailer and I'm like, not even just what it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this trying? Like, is this supposed to be
We'll
Last
see.
Samurai? And then all of a sudden these fucking dragons show up. I'm like, No, this is not for me.
Yeah,
This is not for me.
El Ronin says, guys, watch A Cure for Wellness, especially Erica.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like it's going to be so spooky, but
probably
I do want to
go watch
see
that.
it.
Probably
I
gonna
still
watch
really
both
want
of
to
those.
see Lego Batman and John Wick
guys.
2. There's so many movies that I really want to go see.
Go see
Oh,
this.
wait.
Yeah.
We got to mention John Wick and Lego Batman.
That's right. We can do
Oh.
non-spoiler reviews.
I mean,
for
just
both of them.
discuss it, just like in the most vague context.
Just go see it. Like, just tell me yes or no.
Fucking
Yes on both.
Okay, so
John
I
Wick
went.
first.
I went with Dustin, Lucas, and Zach, and Ryan. Oh my god! The whole time
For
we were like,
which one?
Oh my, John Wick 2.
Okay,
We're like,
okay.
oh my god!
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
It was the best fucking time in the movies.
Yeah.
If you love John Wick, the first one, this is gonna be like such a fun time.
Yeah.
So
That
fun.
makes me so happy. I was
The
really
movie-
looking forward to this.
The movie's fantastic.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
see it tomorrow with my dad. He
So
texted
great.
me to go, "Hey, is John Wick out?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I said, "Do you want to go see it?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then
He
I
said,
asked
"Fuck
him,
yeah."
I said, "Did you see the first one?" He goes, "Yeah, I loved it." I'm
Yeah.
like, "All right, let's
I
go see
think
it, Dad."
I feel like
John Wick could break the bad video game movie rule.
But it's not based on a
It's
video
not a
game.
video
That doesn't
I
matter.
mean, bad movie video game rule. Like,
Oh, if
you
they
could
made a video game
they could
based
make
off
a
of that?
video game based on it.
Oh.
It would be great.
There are
Yeah.
moments in this
So
movie where
great.
you're like laughing hysterically
yeah.
because of
Yeah.
how ridiculous it is, but the movie
Oh,
is
some of
completely
those-
aware
Yeah.
of what
Cool.
it is.
this movie, I feel like, is the action movie of this generation. You know, like everybody.
Like
we had,
Taken,
Rush
Taken 10 years
Hour.
ago was kind of
Yeah,
that.
Taken,
Which is
kinda
funny
like-
because this feels so reminiscent of like 90s action.
Sure.
films.
That's why it's so
Yeah.
good because
Yeah.
it's very self-aware of what it is, but it's also ultra violent, and
Yeah.
you're just like, we've never seen
That's really
anything.
cool that we have like a high quality
it's
action
good. It's good.
franchise.
You will
It's
never
really
look.
good.
You will never look at the phrase "number 2" the same way.
Never,
Oh.
never, ever again.
And that's all I will
It's
say.
already been
Yeah.
changed after Austin Powers International Man of Mystery.
Yeah.
Guys, Lego Batman was delightful.
So great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
funny.
So great.
Surprisingly emotional.
Yeah.
Beautiful homage to 78 years of Batman lore.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Not
Yeah.
even just Batman, like
DC Comics. That's the DC movie.
Yeah.
That's the one, man. And
is.
it's my favorite Batman movie, and the cast is hilarious in it.
Yep.
And go see it. And I just tweeted a thing about like some dad took a 6-year-old daughter and she didn't want to go see it because she doesn't like bad guys because she thinks Batman's a bad guy because she dresses in black and like beats people up. And then showed her the trailer. Then she was really excited, so they went to go see it. Came back and she was eating dinner and he was like filming her. And he's like, "What's the movie about?" And she's like, "Well, it's about Batman and I don't want to give it away. Actually, I don't
No.
want to give it
Yeah,
away.
don't
Like,
even give it
the
away.
emotional core, like she got it,
Yep.
and it made her look at something in the world
So
differently, and it's
cute.
beautiful.
It's
So
just like when Batman, like, you know, saves kids within the world and stuff and wins them over and stuff. Oh my god.
This movie is
he's the best orphan ever.
It's the best exploration of Batman that we've seen.
It's
so far.
ridiculous.
It's crazy, but it is.
It's true.
It's crazy to say, but
Go
it is.
see it.
And so
Go watch
beautifully
the movie.
made.
Yeah.
Iron Man sucks. Hashtag Lego Batman.
Oh, also, wait, I got to do this here because
Oh,
we
yeah,
did it.
yeah,
Oh.
do it, do it,
If
do
you
it.
have an iPhone, you got to take advantage of this.
Well, mine doesn't work.
Hey, Pooter.
Welcome home, sir. I have your rom-coms queued up, sorted by decade.
Do it again, because that one was
Okay,
very.
is that a
Hey,
thing
Pooter.
related to the movie?
Hello, sir. I've heated up your lobster thermidor in the microwave. I'm one step ahead of you, Alfred.
Boom.
Give me one more. Give us one more. One more.
Okay.
One more.
Grand finale. Hey, Pooter. Oh, hang on. It messed up. Hey, Pooter.
Welcome home, sir. I have your rom-coms queued up.
Okay.
sorted
One more.
by
One more.
decade.
One more. Give us a third one.
I know what you're trying to go for.
Yeah.
Hey, Pooter.
You have a message from the Condiment King. It says PBBBFFFTTTT.
Oh my god, they made a
PBBBFFFTTT.
Condiment King reference?
So there you have it. That's how deep cut Lego
Yeah.
Batman is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Love that.
Go see it.
Every one of those
That's
things
amazing.
is funny, and you need to
That
go watch
makes me
that
happy.
movie.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank you
And
so much
that'll
for
do it
joining
for
us.
us tonight.
Yeah, that was
And
great.
CineVerse.
Bye. Oh, wait. Thank you guys for donating in the chat. It was fantastic. We made quite a bit of, well, not wrong, quite a bit, but just good amount.
Look, we made something.
Bye,
and we
everybody.
got to have a good
Thanks
time
so
with you
much.
What
guys.
I'm
Made
trying
friends.
to say is that
I
I
love you
appreciate your
all.
guys' support. You guys are
Yes.
the best. Thank you for the good conversations, and thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to call it a night, and
See y'all next
see y'all
week.
next time.